Necesitamos estampillas.
You are now tuned in to your number one radio station.
Violent people.
Radio.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 13 of Violent People Radio. I am one of your four hosts, Tanner, and with me, as per usual, I am joined by my boy, Chris.
What's up?
I'm joined by my boy, Dan.
Hey.
And Sam's here, too.
I thought this was an episode of Goaty Gang, so I'm really crossed up.
What?
Yeah.
We're not even
Is
in
that
the
not this
Goaty
week?
Gang server.
Skylar's
sure?
not even here.
Skylar, I believe, is not even in the country. Sam, we just had a
Yeah, I thought
conversation.
we were placing him with Dan.
What year are we doing? I'll get into this.
This is
Dan,
2012.
Dan,
Also,
okay.
2012.
Everyone-
One of your game.
Dishonored was out that year.
Yeah.
By the way, this is AYCH copyright. So
Everyone who agrees Sleeping Dogs #1 game of the year, say aye. Aye.
Oh, Dan, you just said it was Dishonored.
No, I said it came out that year. I didn't say that was the video
It's
game.
pretty good.
Yeah.
Well,
It's like, it's dog shit. Just I remember it so vividly.
the betting lines right now, Pokemon Black and White 2 are actually the betting favorite.
This is
No,
I'd actually like to say something. I don't. This is the year I know. I really like it. Maybe you guys think it's stupid. You guys are gamer guys. The Walking Dead, the Telltale game. That rocks.
Sure.
Right? Okay.
Those first
Looking-
few chapters are okay.
I love those games.
Let me pull up the list right now, because I know there are already a couple games that we are going to be pushing well ahead of that game.
By the
speaking
way,
of,
I think it's fine. I think it's a fine game.
Speaking
by
of
the way-
AYC,
Oh, yeah.
Go ahead.
Yep. Oh. Ooh.
I was going to say Goaty Gang 2012 should be up in like 2.5 weeks on the AYCH feed.
Oh, you guys are really doing it that soon?
Yeah, well, we were going to do it next week, and then we had to push back.
No,
So we pushed back. to
Correct me if
next
I'm wrong. Between 2010 and 2011, there's 18 months in those
week.
20 episodes.
No, but it is a shoot year in between
Okay,
episodes.
I knew it was a long time.
Yeah, it was a shoot 12 months. We did the first one in April of 2023, and we did 2011.
I hate to
in
always bring this
April
up. That
of
first
this year.
episode's so good because everyone just seems to be ripping on anything Sam says. If he opens his mouth, people are like, you're an idiot who's never played a video game. And then a different guy quits.
Yeah.
Only the strong survive, man.
This is-
you know?
Yeah, that's the New Yorker and Sam.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard to get Walking Dead on this list.
Okay, I'm just
I
letting
think
you know
it's
I
going to
like
be
it.
hard to get Walking Dead on the list with the panel that we have.
Yeah, especially when Orcs Must Die 2 is sitting right there, guys.
Dude, that's a great fucking... Oh,
Fucking
man.
rocks.
But
bro.
speaking of
It rocks.
AYCH, I am the trivia champion, and my winning award was I get to pick one game to go on the Goaty Gang top 10.
Yeah.
You said that.
Yeah, that's true. We had an offshoot of the main podcast prize be you get to pick one game on one episode of another offshoot podcast.
That's what I heard.
This is very funny.
Yeah, that was the plan.
Great
I'll
start
tell-
to this episode.
yeah, don't worry about Spelunky or Fez.
Oh,
Those are locked.
I'm not worried about any of that. I don't know what
Oh,
that
I'm
means.
so
Confirmed.
excited for this podcast now. I didn't know
Confirmed.
Chris was anti-Spelunky.
What are you talking about? I was saying don't worry about them because they're on the list.
Oh, okay. Well, I believe Skylar is, and oh no, Sam is. So we all have themed names in our Discord server for Goaty Gang, and we change it every year. Sam's is currently Spelunky.
Are you really? Is this a shoot?
It's a shoot.
You are anti-Spelunky?
Yeah. Why wouldn't I be?
We'll talk in a couple weeks. We'll talk in a couple weeks.
Why wouldn't he be?
You will be yelled at by multiple people.
Yeah, you'll be yelled at by 2 people for sure.
I don't know if this is problematic, but I'm just looking through all these games that came out in 2012, and I'm like, oh, this is Bakemonogatari Portable. Like, I bet Skylar loves whatever that is.
Dude, it's so fucking funny that I would say 99.9% of people listening to this don't even know what we're talking about.
Listen to
we're always
listen to
plugging
Goaty Gang.
I'm supportive of my boys and everything they do. It's fucking great. Like not me being a friend. If I didn't know who you 4 were, it's great audio.
Wait, hold on, Dan. What? You didn't know who we were?
No, I'm saying if I didn't know who you were, like I would like it no matter what.
Dan was probably only vaguely aware of who I was.
Yeah, I would say for Chris for sure.
One.
But I'm not like a big video. Like I play video games. I like video games, but I'm nowhere near you guys on that level of gamings. And I love the first 2 episodes.
Well, in 6 years, when we finish the whole decade, we're gonna have a real masterwork on our hands.
Honestly, we can really start moving into the next decade because we'll be equal distant from the decade.
Sam, you're not wrong.
Than we were from the first episode.
I'm going to consider it a win if 2012 happens in the next 2 weeks, and we can somehow squeeze in 2013 by the end of the year. That is an absolute win for me.
I call that a success.
I would also call that a success. Does it happen? I don't know, because I feel we're going to get done with 2012. Everybody's going to feel good or bad about it either way. And be like, so 2013, and then somebody, not saying any names, is going to say, well, I'm out the whole month of December.
Well, my birthday's in December, so
my birthday's
He's got to be baking cakes. He's
my
got to be
birthday
baking
also
cakes.
is in
And
December.
my wife is baking cakes all that month, but it's just for me. It's every single day.
Yummy. All right,
So-
Sam, quick question. You get 3 birthday cakes for your birthday. What flavors are you rocking?
Well, that's a tough one. All right, we're gonna do like
Consider
What's
most
a
people
vanilla
only get
strawberry
one.
jam? See, like really, it comes down to I give a flavor profile to Siobhan,
What's your
and
flavor profile?
so like, hey, I like something like berry focused. It's like I said last year I said like kind of want something that tastes like a berry Pop Tart.
He said
Okay.
he picks one emotion and one movie, and she turns that into a cake.
I'm actually, you know what? Let's take that. Let's write that down. I need a pen and paper. I gotta tell her that's what we're doing this year, and see what happens.
I would love John Wick 2 Happy Cake. Just see what fucking happens. Give me a Kung Fu Hustle Depressed Cake. Hell yeah. Oh man. Sam, is it possible? Can I get a cake shipped to my house? Our birthdays are pretty close.
No,
You cut out. I'm going to assume you just said yeah.
He said, "Yeah, no, guaranteed. Wait for it."
come on. No shipping. Shipping baked goods doesn't go great.
Even transport. My aunt makes cakes. Like she sells cakes and makes a lot of wedding cakes.
Yeah.
And I've had to transport a lot of them, and it's the most stressful job I've ever had.
Oh yeah, I tell my wife like if it is at all possible for me to not do this, I would thank you dearly. And then it is impossible for me to not do it.
I was about to say that she locks
Just
you in the
rather.
house for a month and says no podcast for you.
Yeah, 100%.
That rocks. That fucking.
I'll be
rocks.
good in December. It's my birthday month, so I can claim pretty much whatever I want.
That's
during
true.
that
That's
month.
true. December's also my birthday month. Also, in like wrestling, ICW's coming back.
I see Dub.
Oh yeah,
And-
we're all going to Chattanooga. That's pretty exciting.
Yeah, they're going to be in Chattanooga for my birthday weekend. Honestly,
I'm
that
going
would
to
be
Boston.
fucking incredible if y'all came down to Chattanooga. Dan, you should. How far is Chattanooga from you?
I think like 5 hours.
Dan, you should do it.
I'm gonna let you on a secret. I love booking hotels. I've already booked a hotel for that. It doesn't mean I'm gonna
Are you-
go.
Are you serious?
Do you remember to cancel?
Yeah.
Okay,
Dan,
well, it wasn't clear.
Shoot in the
No,
Founders
I'm not.
chat.
I'm not. What do you think I'm doing? That I'm just I'm just paying. Actually,
Taking up rooms.
I have done that. There was one time where I got an email. It's like, how was your check-in? I was like, God damn it.
I did it when I went to Action's 5th anniversary show last year in Tyrone. I had booked a hotel, and then we decided we were just going to drive back. Like the day before we left, we decided we were going to drive back, and I forgot that I had booked a hotel, and I went to cancel it, and I just see in my account like, oh, you've been charged 100, however much it was for one night. But it was just like, what the fuck? I was so mad, and then I got a call saying, oh, it seems you had a problem checking in. And I was like, no, I didn't. I didn't check in at all. They were like, oh, really? I was like, yeah, I didn't check in at all. And they were like, okay. And then I was like, can I get a refund? They were like, no. It was the weirdest conversation I ever had.
Because I mean, I'm going to Austin in November, and I'm like, outside of Christmas stuff, I got nothing going on in December. It's a possibility. But I use Hotels.com for everything, but I didn't for that one cheer weekend. And then the cheer competition got canceled, and I was sitting there and I got an email. I was like, how was your check-in? And I was like, I'm sitting on my couch.
So you're a third party guy, huh?
Yeah, when I'm doing, I mean, yeah, I am. I understand
I'm also
why.
a third party guy, Dan.
I am. I feel judged, but I am. It's just easier for it all to be in one place.
Yep, I completely
And
agree.
they used to have, it sucks now. Now the rewards are you get like 1% back or something. They used to have after 10 stays, you'd get whatever, a free night of whatever the average of those 10 stays are. So every 11th night at hotel is basically free. That's a good deal. Now it's like you get nothing.
Yeah, I agree. I
I'm
have
not staying at any
one
hotels.
booking. I have one booking right now, like through the Hilton app, because it's for a convention, and there was like a special like block of rooms for the convention. So I had like a special discount code, and I'm so fucking stressed about that booking just because it's not through Booking.com, which again is where all my other bookings are. I'm just like, I know something's gonna fuck up with this one. I'm gonna get to that Hilton in October, and they're just gonna say, "Oh, you don't have a reservation here. Are you nuts?"
If I'm staying somewhere nice, like if I'm paying $250, $300 plus, I'll usually go direct because there's like perks you can get and you can, request to change stuff. But outside of that, I'm Hotels.com.
Yeah, like right now we're looking at places for like next summer, and like here in Alabama, if you're going to Gulf Shores or Orange Beach to get a place, you pretty much have to go through Vrbo, and I fucking hate dealing with Vrbo. It's at least better than Airbnb, but oh my god, it's such a headache because you'll see something and it's like a good price, like $150 a night, and then you click on it, and then it somehow averages to like $340 a night after like fees and shit. It's incredible.
Yeah, Airbnb does that. And the last time I had to cancel my Airbnb, I like let the guy know, I'm like, hey, there's a blizzard. It was like a really bad storm. I'm like, we're not gonna get there. He's like, don't worry about it. I'll give you a refund. And then he just blocked me.
Do y'all want to hear something? I mean,
What's
it's
up
not,
with blocking you, Dan?
I guess people just don't like me. You're right. That pickle blocked me too.
speaking of Airbnb, y'all want to hear something kind of funny? So, like, when my grandma passed earlier this year, one of my coworkers gave me like a Starbucks gift card, like a whatever. And it was like for a coffee. It was like $5. When my cat died, like everybody at work pitched in and got me like a really nice Airbnb gift card. And I thought that was so weird. I was like, dead grandma was $5. And my dead
That is
cat
actually very funny.
was like this really nice gesture. It was in a really nice card, and everything. It was. I just found that. So it was like, Tanner, we know you're stressed. We know you need to get away. And I just found that to be like kind of funny. I was like, okay. Let's see where.
When my mom died, I worked at PPG. It's like a paint factory, and they sent flowers at the funeral. It was very, very nice. They also, a week after she died, sent a full honey baked ham to my house, which was great but very weird. I couldn't, no note, no nothing. It took forever to figure out who it was from.
Wait, do y'all not do like funeral food up there? Like, do people not send you food when somebody dies?
People do. Like, I didn't expect my company to, and people usually tell you that they're sending it, or
That's true.
they'll
Leave a
they'll
note.
notes.
There's a
like
note.
This was an unmarked ham that was delivered to me.
I
you,
get that.
you can't trust the unmarked ham.
Oh, I still ate it. Don't worry about that.
I also don't want to be depressing because I don't mean this in a depressing way. But when my dad died, I was 13 at the time, and it was like very sudden. And people just started bringing food. I gained 35 pounds in 2 months because we had so much fucking food at the house. Like, seriously, I ate KFC, Popeyes, Olive Garden, the local Mexican place. Like, nonstop from the time he died until school started. Like he died in early June and school started in August. I gained 35 pounds as an 8th grade going into 8th grade.
Okay, I'll depress it too. My mom, when I was it would be junior year of high school, she had a stroke and an aneurysm and went into a coma. And when she woke up, my first thing my little brother said to her was, "We've ate so much food." Because that was the same thing as my church made like a schedule, like everyone supplied breakfast, lunch, and dinner as if like we couldn't do anything for ourselves.
Yep.
So like there was just the freezer and the fridge were just full of food. And that was like the first thing he said to her. He's like, "There's so much food at the house."
Yeah, that was like our house. And like, God, so much Chick-fil-A. Like people were bringing. I swear to God, in my mom's house, probably had at one point, I shit you not, 1,000 Chick-fil-A chicken nuggets. Like it was truly a spectacle. It was wow. But enough of the bad vibes. I know this is episode 13. Woo. But we're here to talk about also episode 13, we've officially have done this for a quarter of a year.
Wow.
If you can believe it.
I can't.
Well, believe it, Chris. Anyways, we're here to talk about what have we been watching this week. But first, I'm going to call on Chris, because if you did not listen to last week's episode, Chris suffered a devastating loss in the Violent People Hall of Fame. And
You're talking about devastating loss again. Your father, my mother.
Yeah.
And Chris in the Hall of Fame.
Chris also lost.
Black Terry.
Just as devastating, if not more.
New Jack.
Yeah. Rest in peace, Black. Rest in peace, New Jack. Man, New Jack just chilling in heaven. Anyways, so Chris had to review 3 matches as chose by us. I chose for him to watch a Uncle Money match. Couldn't even tell you who it was against. I just saw it was Uncle Money. Dan, what match did you pick for Chris to watch?
He loved it. It was Triple H versus Goldberg versus Kane.
And Sam, what match did you pick for Chris to watch?
Vordell Walker versus Too Cold Scorpio.
Now, Chris, as punishment for losing the Hall of Fame, for not knowing ball, not knowing puck, not knowing ring bell, I would like a very detailed review of all 3 of those matches now.
All right. So Tanner, you sent me Aaron Black was the match, versus Uncle Money. Why did you send this to me?
Well, we've had some fun with Uncle Money on the first Violent People stream before Twitch took us down for too much free speech, I guess. Being too American, I guess. We had a good time with Uncle Money. Saw some familiar faces in the match. So I thought another Uncle Money match would honestly be a little bit of a treat.
It was not.
Oh.
Best intentions, though.
I won't say like this was not a good match.
Oh.
But it wasn't like an egregiously bad match. But it wasn't as fun as the Uncle Money match we watched in the stream. There were no surprise Kevin Koo sightings, for sure. While I watched it, I mentioned in the founders chat that we have, there were eerie silences throughout.
Were they wrestling in Japan?
No, they were wrestling in front of about 20 people in, I think, Alabama.
You sure it was?
Or no, it was Georgia, because there was a big banner that said Hotlanta.
And you're positive it wasn't like Shinkaba or anything?
No, it was not Shinkaba.
Oh.
It was not. It was not a respectful Japanese crowd. It was a very respectful Southern American crowd.
Okay.
That only made noise when Aaron Black started clapping, and then they started clapping. Which you always know, that's a great indie match, is when one of the wrestlers has to start the slow clap.
Oh yeah, obviously.
Uncle Money was working from under for most of this match. It's like, this is a pretty standard, like, if you've gone to your local indie and you've seen like two guys who aren't like good, but they're not terrible, but they're just having a match that no one's really into. Like, you've seen this match if you've gone to a local wrestling show. Like, two guys having like a heatless match in front of a couple dozen people. One guy in the ring keeps having to try to get the crowd into it. Every other moment, when the wrestler isn't actively begging the crowd to participate, it is dead silent. You can hear a pin drop. Not as many Uncle Money punches, which is a bummer, because Uncle Money has good punches.
Yep.
But yeah, it's just... It is just that match. It's hard to watch just a YouTube video of one of these kinds of matches, because it's like I'm not like cross-faded at an indie show, so it's
That would be
even less
illegal,
fun
obviously.
than it normally. Yeah, that would be illegal to consume drugs.
Yep. So I'm guessing no complete and accurate Uncle Money coming from
Yeah,
you.
probably no
Oh my
complete
god!
inaccurate Uncle Money
No,
or
sorry.
Aaron Black.
I think you have to do it. I think you have to do it now.
I did have that thought like 2 days ago. I was like, oh, that would be funny.
Pay unclemoney.com or whatever the website was.
He has matches uploaded from where he wrestled in like China, I believe, because he wrestled for that New Kingdom wrestling promotion.
Yeah.
I believe he has videos up where he wrestled in China. So I mean, he truly is. I mean, I don't know if they called him something different over there, not Uncle Money, maybe whatever the Chinese currency is, Uncle Chinese currency.
Uncle Chinese currency. Yeah, that just a slow, heatless dud, like that yeah, you go see it and it's like on the mid card of your local indie and you're not offended, but maybe you kind of get the vibe, and you run out of your beer halfway through the match and you're just like, hey, maybe I'll beat the line for the beer rush between matches, and you get another beer then. Not like there's going to be that much of a beer line at this show anyway, because there's 20 people in the crowd.
Well, awesome. I'm glad you enjoed it.
I'll say,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love the other two at least, I'm sure. So
Yeah. So Sam, why did you send me Too Cold Scorpio versus Vordell Walker?
He had to go deal with the dogs.
now I'll say why before he doesn't answer this. This is really weird because this is on a show where the winner of this match faces the winner of a 20-minute Steve Corino versus Dexter Loomis match. And
I bet that match is sick.
Both of those matches are on YouTube, but the Corino Vordell Walker match is not.
Oh, that's a bummer.
That's kind of a bummer to me. But
I don't think I've seen a Vordell Walker match before.
what?
Really?
Damn. Sucks
Maybe
to you.
Maybe I've seen like
You didn't watch the Trios tournament in Ring of Honor? Made him
he worked
famous?
Ring of Honor.
That's what made him famous.
Yep.
He teamed with Joe and what was it? James Gibson, maybe somebody else big that he should not have been in there with.
Also,
He got bullied
loose
out of it.
usage of the word famous.
Famous.
Infamous.
Let's calm down. Yeah, he worked Ring of Honor.
Oh,
in
it was
the-
Brian Danielson
2010.
was the other Danielson, Joe, and Vordell Walker, the big three.
The big three, yeah. We didn't cover that for the Danielson series.
That is weird. Who did 05? They fucked up.
Oh, I was about to say it was me, but I did 06.
Yeah, that's super weird.
But Sam, now you're back. Why'd you pick this for him?
Oh, it is a match that is deeply influential to how I view wrestling.
Oh.
It was kind of one of the first matches that opened me up to a wider array of wrestling being promoted by the folks at WKO.
Oh, okay.
Seems weird you would pick a match with somebody that didn't make the Hall of Fame and is now ineligible for 2 drafts.
But another person is eligible for the next round. So
Yeah, Vordell Walker is eligible.
Anything.
Ask
Yeah,
Rick Steiner if Vordell Walker's fucking violent.
Honestly, we have 6 months to start like really hounding
some
people
narratives.
who we're gonna. Yeah, exactly.
For a voter
So-
base that didn't know who Black Terry was, good luck getting them to even give a fuck about who Vordell Walker was.
Yeah, the 5
What?
Ring of Honor matches, this match, a couple, like maybe we can find some fan cams of some WWE dark matches he worked.
He watched.
Go out and watch his matches against Sigmund from TCW out of Arkansas. Real good series. Real good series of stuff there.
Damn, that's great. That match happened before half the Discord was born.
Absolutely not true.
He wrestled Kevin Steen in Ring of Honor and CZW. How many guys can say that? This guy's fucking famous.
How many people can say that?
Probably a lot of people can say that, actually.
I mean, probably, yeah. Now that I said it, it's like a lot of those guys, but still.
I want to say Chris Hero can say it. I want to say Generico can say it.
Like half of the people that worked the indie circuit in the 2000s probably can say
all
that.
those guys rock just like Vordell Walker. I agree. Thank you.
Just like Vordell Walker.
Yeah.
Probably
This match, it was fine.
Oh, man.
Wow. Oh, embarrassing
Shot through the-
stuff. Doesn't know a ball. That's
Shot through the fucking
This is
heart.
shocking.
Sam, you might have missed it when I brought it up. Did you know the winner of this faces the winner of Dexter Loomis versus Steve Carino? And have you seen
Sorry,
Vordell
I didn't
Walker
really-
versus Steve Carino?
I
This is a
missed
tournament.
a lot.
This is a
I
tournament.
missed a little bit there. So I didn't think you were talking about the Uncle Money match. And I was like, I am shocked.
Uncle
That
Money
was the
versus
result
Steve
of that.
Carino is awesome.
Oh my God, Uncle Money versus Steve Carino.
We're
Would
bringing
fill out
any
any
Carino out of retirement.
VF. That would fill out any VFW hall in the fucking country.
Two Cold Scorpio is like pretty good, good in this match.
Sounds like you're hating it right now.
Would you say Hall of Fame?
This
worthy
wasn't supposed to
in
make
the
me
match?
mad, Chris. This is the issue. Now what? Next time you lose something, this is gonna go. We're going to hell.
Yeah.
We're like going.
Oh, you're
to
sending me into the Dan zone because
really
I've been
is-
to hell.
it's really
We'll
like-
talk about hell in a few minutes.
Sam tried to share
Uh,
something nice with you, and you're just shitting all over it.
No,
Yeah, Too Cold Scorpion, one of the greatest wrestlers of all time. He was fine.
I think that's a huge fucking put. One of the greatest wrestlers of all time.
Yeah, one of the top 100 greatest wrestlers of all time.
sure.
You know
No,
what? I don't think
there's
it's
some
debatable.
solid grappling. Too Cold Scorpio has some really cool dives, as you would expect. Vordell Walker doesn't do a ton for me in this match, but I mean, it's
complete and accurate Vordell Walker coming up.
yeah, you can do that. It's fun. I will say, just the occasional crowd banter. I also mentioned this in the chat. It makes the Atlanta crowd of whatever promotion the Uncle Money match was seem like it's CM Punk in Chicago
Yeah.
It seems like the rowdiest crowd of all time. And it's not that crazy of a crowd. A it's a like they're kind of excited for the match. It's like a pretty good match. But like in comparison to the Uncle Money match, I was like, hell yeah, like this is the peak of wrestling. This is incredible. And yeah, I do enjoy Too Cold Scorpio. I had fun watching it. Like I'm like I can see that if this was a match that like opened your eyes to like more wrestling, how it could be influential, and like they do a lot of like hold trading at the beginning, and then they get into like all of the outside dives and all of that. But also I watched like this at the tail end of me doing like a bunch of Lucha Roundup watches. So I also watched this after I watched a bunch of like Freelance and Avisman and Demus and stuff. So I'm also watching this right after I saw some of extremely sick shit. So maybe I'll give it another shot when I'm not on Avisman high. But yeah, it's a fine match.
I'm going to try to find this Vordell Walker Steve Corino match. I want you guys to know that Steve Corino is accompanied in this show by two people, two managers, or manager and enforcer. You would never guess who it is. Jillian Hall and Kahagas.
Fuck yes.
That rules.
God, that's so good.
And now that I'm moving on, Dan, I have to know why you sent me Goldberg versus Triple H versus Kane. Why do you hate me?
I want you to know what I did was I went to Triple H's cage match. I went to matches, and I tried to find anything that was exactly 20 minutes, but the only thing I found was a DX versus Legacy match, which I'm sure is horrible, but for some reason had good reviews, and I went, well, can't do that.
Which one was it?
I don't know.
Submissions Count Anywhere match was good.
Okay, well, good. So I didn't send that one. So then I went and I looked through any match that was over 19 minutes. And the first one that came up was Evolution versus Shield. That match I remember ruling. So the next one that came up was this match, which I knew could not have ruled. And you lost, and when you lose, you deserve to be punished.
Damn.
And look,
yeah,
Sam gave you something he liked, and you told him it sucked. So I'm just protecting myself from that reality.
Yeah. Well, you gave me something that sucked, and I'll tell you something way worse. I hope you die.
Oh, shit. Oh, my God.
Oh, my God.
All right.
This match fucking blows.
That's fucking crazy.
It's only 19 and a half minutes.
This is 2003 Triple H and recently unmasked Kane and Goldberg, and you go like, oh yeah, Goldberg, he's like a great wrestler, he's fun. Chris, you love Goldberg. He's one of your guys, he's one of your favorites. This is the worst era of Goldberg in a triple threat match against two guys who are going to just like in a structure of match that I hate triple threats. And they're just going to be like, Goldberg is going to have to sell for a significant chunk of the match, and he's going to have to sell for specifically Triple H and Kane beating him up, and that fucking sucks. And so you do get some cool Goldberg shit, and that's easily like the crowd's into this, especially at the start of the match when Goldberg is doing cool shit. But God, it feels like so much of this match is just wrestled in molasses. This is
I believe you got on the Discord and said that you hate Dan Rice a lot of times.
Yeah,
He said he wants you to die.
He did say that. Yeah, that's recorded on my computer now.
Chris said he's going to shoot you with a gun for real style.
Oh shit. On Cage Match here, there was, I don't remember the show at all, but there was also a Booker T versus Mark Henry match, which is almost the same rating, and that seems racist. There's no way Booker T and Mark Henry for 9 minutes isn't so much better than this match.
Yeah, this match is garbage.
Which
So
is
is
saying
Uncle Money match the best match that you watched?
No, it's still easily the
It's this one.
Two-Cold Scorpio
Oh.
Wardell Walker match.
Okay, I'll let that slide.
And this match is easily the worst. This is like peak of bad early 2000s WWE wrestling. This is peak bad Triple H winning a fucking title, going over Goldberg in his worst era. Kane fucking sucks. Just slow plotting. Feels way longer than 19 and a half minutes. I despised every waking moment I watched this match.
Now, I hate to even walk it back at all because you did say you want me to die, but I do think maybe I took the game aspect of it too seriously. Like, I wanted to punish. I was like, well, he has to have the worst match possible that I could think of that's also very, very long, and that's what I came up with.
Chris,
Yeah,
just know I would never punish you.
I do kind of respect it. I do in a way respect it.
You know what I should have given you is just like some lucha you've already watched, like some lucha from March. Just make you go back and watch some
Just
bad
give
lucha
me
from March.
the most
The worst
boring-
IWRG match I can find from
Yeah.
March of this year. That would have been funny. I fucked up a little.
Give me the most boring undercard IWRG tag that you can think of from like February or something.
Like, I've already talked about how I respect how you finish all those matches. I bet that your brain has a way to like turn itself off for a lot of that bullshit. I bet you can put on where you just listen to the horns blare and you just like blank stare at Noisy Boy.
Dude, Noisy Boy had a great June.
A lot of people are saying that.
You'll find out on Labor Day, guys.
No, June. No,
You'll find
June.
out tomorrow.
I know,
Tomorrow.
I know.
Well,
I'm already
actually,
ready.
none of his matches are featured, but I did enjoy a lot of the like Spiderfly and Noisy Boy versus the Arise and Latigo, and like they had a bunch of like nothing super standout, but like a lot of fun matches.
Man, that's awesome. Did you even have time to watch any other wrestling this week?
I mean,
Besides
yeah,
the Lucha?
I watched a lot of Lucha. I'll talk about some of the matches that I won't cover on in the column. Unfortunately, like the best honorable mention is a clipped match. That if it was not clipped would probably make the top 5 pretty easily. It's Damus versus Draco from IRC June 23rd. There's a 7-minute clipped version on YouTube, and everything in that clipped version is extremely sick. And there's lots of blood and cool shit happening, and like Damus is having a hell of a year, and it's IRC, but it's happening in Lucha Meme's venue. And I mean, regardless, you should check that match out, even if it's clipped, and just give it the highest rating that you give clipped matches, because it is sick. Yeah, very, very cool match. While we're on the topic of IWRG, the June 13th IWRG show, maybe the best IWRG show top to bottom. I do talk about the opener in the column, but there's also like Arez versus Principe Centauro, Spiderfly versus Bendito, Puma de Oro versus Rey Lampago, and then the main event is Cerebro Negro versus returning Tonali versus Latigo and Toxine. And those are a lot of fun matches on paper that deliver. And those, like, yeah, just a super fun show. Especially like, I think there's a show that happens on like the 20th or something that like no matches even made honorable mention for IWRG. Like there's a couple IWRG shows that have like no representation. Like that show is super fun. There's another IWRG show on the June 9th where the main event, which is the Zona de Ejecution, which is mostly a lot of wrestlers I like in a big gimmick match, doing like fine, but it doesn't like get out of that zone. But the card beforehand is pretty fun. It's got an RS versus El Io de Canis Lupus match that's really good, and there's a lower card match that's like a sub 10-minute Goal versus Guila Roja match where there's some blood, and that's one of the better singles undercard matches I've seen in IWRG this year. Lots of good shit. Lots of good shit. So watch out for that posting it. By the time most people are listening, it'll be up, unless you're one of the freaks that listen to this right when this is posted Tuesday night or super early on Wednesday.
It always shocks me how many people listen in the first hour of the pod is up.
Yeah.
Especially because I'm not consistent what that hour is.
Yeah, I mean, it's usually between 12 and 1 Eastern.
Yeah.
So, but it always shocks me that I'm like, wow, like, this many people just listen to it right now. That's kind of wild.
And last second, I watched AEW Dynamite from last week, which was, other than the MJF promo that started the show, like, pretty good show. Especially the Darby Allin Hangman Page match that main evented.
I've heard good things about that match. I've also heard he's been stacking up Collision. So maybe I need to get on Collision.
Wait, I thought you weren't watching any more AEW the rest of the year.
Well,
You already broke that.
Well, let me say. First of all, I already broke that streak because I had to watch MJF Ospreay. Had to. But let's just say somebody hit my Cash App. That's all I'm going to say. Somebody said, Tanner, we need you to have takes on AEW. And I said, okay. I
don't believe that one bit.
I usually don't take just a 5-digit number in my Cash App, but okay. So yeah, I'll probably watch Collision. They had a Claudio Lee. Who was it? Who was it? It was Claudio, Tomohiro Ishii, and somebody else in a triple threat match.
Lee Moriarty.
Okay. Yeah. That sounds cool. And apparently they're pushing the Beast Mortos.
Yeah, he was really good in the tag that was on that Dynamite I watched.
Yeah, and
he got the dub.
And apparently his match with Darby was extremely sick. So I don't know how high Darby's going to finish on my Wrestler of the Year because he started so strong those first 3 months, and then he disappeared, and then he came back, and then he disappeared again, and now he's back again.
Yeah, well, he got hit by a bus.
Oh, I thought he got lost on Everest.
No, he wasn't able to go to Everest because he got hit by a bus.
Oh my god. Well, it happens to the best of us, I guess.
Weak.
How do you get hit by a bus in 2024? Let's just be honest. Let's call a spade a spade. Also, let me tell you, if I got hit by a bus, my ass ain't working anymore. I'm telling you that right now. You're telling me he's still an active full-time wrestler after getting hit by a probably Metro City bus in either the state of Florida or
and he's a wrestler. He could have taken a huge bump off of it. Bladed.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, also, if it put him out of climbing Everest, you couldn't sue the bus line for hitting you? Something seems fishy. I think maybe he's working.
Too scared to ever have climbed Everest. I agree.
Okay, first of all, who would ever want to actually climb Everest? That sounds like the worst thing possible. Hey, what if you walked uphill forever? That sounds awful. Also cold. Snow. Doesn't seem like a good time. Also hard to breathe. Need an oxygen tank? No thank you. I will walk up the hill in my driveway. No Everest for me. Well, if Chris is done talking about what he watched, I watched some wrestling this week as well.
Ugh. You're gonna make us talk about SummerSlam.
Lots of people. Lots of people are stoked about my G1 takes. I'm happy to report have not watched a single second of the G1 since last week's episode.
Oh, thank God!
Are you kidding me?
I will be catching up this week. I'm only like 3 shows behind, so they took some off time, and there's still like fucking 8 shows left. So I will be blazing through those before next week's episode. So you'll probably get a big batch next week. But I did watch 5 out of 7 matches from the biggest party of the summer. WWE presents SummerSlam.
Now, when you said this, I immediately needed to know, did you come in 2 matches late, or are there 2 of these matches that you went, these aren't for me, the other 5 are?
Fell asleep during Gunther Damian Priest.
Okay.
Because we had lost power from a storm the night before, so I didn't get a good night's sleep. So, like, it was like 9:15, and I just zonked out. So I did not watch that match in its entirety, and I didn't see a second of the main event. Weird show based off of the 5 matches I watched. First of all, match of the night, again, based off of what I watched. Clearly, Bayley versus Nia Jax. Nia Jax is the best wrestler in that company right now. I mean, there's just no way around it. She's having the best year in that company. She may make my like top 10.
Top 10, yeah, fuck it.
No,
you suck, man. Do not say she's gonna make your top 10.
She really might.
They can't all make your top 10, Tanner.
I haven't said anybody's making my top 10 this year. I've been really close to the vest. I'll have you know. Dan. Anyway, so that match was good. Everything else was just like fine. Like nothing was bad, but nothing was good. Like everything was in like in a star rating range. Besides the Nia Jax Bayley match, was in like 2.5 to 2 3/4. Like it was just fine. Like it was so. I've never watched a show that was just, especially a show like this that's in like a big ass stadium, like 55,000 people or whatever. Like a pretty decent crowd, even, but like it was just fine. Like it was such a bizarre thing, especially like a major WWE show like that. Like usually you'll have like your highs and lows, but everything was just consistently fine. It was so weird, so weird.
I realized for a second that you meant the crowd, like the energy was fine, because I was like, it's weird to call 55,000 fine, man. I don't know what's a good draw.
Yeah, I mean, I will say I do think the crowd was mic'd a little weird, because I did see like the clips of like Roman coming back, and the pop for him was obviously like fucking huge. So I guess you can't blame it on the mics, but like the crowd was weirdly.
I feel like a lot of
think
time these
quiet.
stadium shows don't come across how they come.
They don't.
They don't. Yeah.
Yeah, they really don't. As somebody that's been to a stadium show, I can tell you it's fucking loud, even if it sounds quiet on TV. Even for a dog shit show that was WrestleMania 33. But yeah, it was. I mean, yeah, it was just fine. There's nothing more I can say about that. Like the Punk Drew match, fine. Liv, and Ripley was fine. The Intercontinental match was like getting to be good, but it seemed to have just ended right when it was starting to cook. But yeah, it was just fine. It was just fine. I have no bad things to say about it, but I have nothing good to also say about it. It was the most perfect 5.5 out of 10 show ever. So weird. But yeah, that's literally all I watched this week. Unless y'all want to hear my too hot to handle takes.
I'm gonna steal your bracelet.
What's too hot to handle?
What's too hot to handle, Sam? So imagine you take 12 young hot singles
Oh my
onto
god.
an island in the tropics, and you trick them. You trick them by getting onto the island by saying, "All right, this is going to be 3 weeks of debauchery and all of this," and then at the end of the first night, they go, "Actually, you can't kiss, you can't have sex, nothing, or if you do, money from the prize pool drains." So, like, a kiss will deduct like $6,000 from the prize pool, for example. So that's the premise of the show. And let me tell you guys, they have added some twists and turns this season. This season 6, some twists and turns. There's a bad Lana now. It's crazy. They've bought back people from prior seasons to be mentors to this season. This is also the first season where they knew they were signing up for Too Hot to Handle, like at the shoot. But they tricked them by introducing a bad Lana. So like that was the whole thing.
I hate when they introduce a bad Lana.
Yeah, I mean a lot of people are saying that. I personally think, well, never mind. Whatever. What I'm saying though, this season is very juicy. If that is your poison of choice, there is a maybe one of the I don't want to say that because I haven't seen nearly as much reality competition television as some people here. But maybe the biggest villain I've ever seen. Yeah,
like
Chris.
on this call?
Yeah, Chris for sure has me outpaced on that. Just with all the Survivor Chris has watched.
Survivor. Okay.
Yeah, Chris has seen a ton of Survivor. But I will say this is probably the biggest villain I've ever seen on a show like this that I have watched this season.
Yeah, I don't
like.
Yeah, are they going to be able to compete with like Survivor and wrestling legend Johnny Fairplay? Probably not.
I mean, again, I cannot speak for that, but just based on the shows that I have watched, and I've watched some reality competition shows in the last year, like more than I usually do, but I mean, this guy is a true asshole. And what's funny is that like there's a girl that's pretty much just the girl version of him that's also a huge asshole, so there's like 2 of them. Oh man, they suck so fucking much. I was cussing at the TV last night. I was so pissed. But yeah, Too Hot to Handle season 6.
You know what's crazy about this show? They give credit to Larry David and Jerry Seinfeld for the contest episode of Seinfeld, and I think that's amazing.
Huh?
Is that a shoot?
That's a shoot. I mean, it's on Wikipedia based on the contest from Seinfeld.
That means it's a shoot. If it's on Wikipedia,
yeah, I believe it. I believe it.
Yeah, Dan just put that in. Wow, that's incredible. But yeah, Too Hot to Handle. Y'all should check that out for sure. I've also been watching Olympics, but we don't have to talk about that here.
Great stuff.
Yeah,
great stuff.
Sam, I heard you watched some wrestling this week.
I watched a singular match.
Oh.
Great.
It was still going earlier as a couple.
I thought it was 2. I thought you watched 2 Averno matches. Oh,
I guess it is too. You know what? I actually did throw a third. Sorry, I threw in a third today actually. But I was only going to talk about one because only one's worth talking about. But anywho, went to the wedding this weekend. Left Thursday, came back late Sunday.
Not a lot of time. Oh my god, I forgot about wedding update. Fuck what you
Maine
watched.
was beautiful.
Maine, pretty state.
What
Very
was,
hot.
what was the
Sweating the
what
whole
was the
time.
food situation, the spread situation, any family drama?
No family
happened?
drama.
Wow, impressive.
Well, actually, you know what? That's a lie. Groom's mom, kind of an ass.
Oh, you want to name drop her, dox her?
Yeah.
No, because I don't know her name. Anywho, food situation not great. Didn't love it. Not a big
Catered.
fan. It was from the hotel. I mean, that we were at.
Music situation.
DJ.
Was the DJ good?
No.
Oh, I hate a bad DJ.
How are you even a bad wedding DJ? Like, it's so
Dude, you would be
easy.
shocked. You would
They
be
played-
shocked.
2 songs on the Do Not playlist, and the Do Not playlist I think was like 3 songs.
Could you say what the 2 songs?
I don't
were?
actually remember what it was. I just remember it was a big deal with that.
That's
God.
really, really funny.
Wait, no. Something. I gotta type it up. Moon.
Was
What?
it the,
Yeah.
the Neon Genesis Evangelion closing theme? Fly Me to the Moon?
What was the song on the Do Not playlist? Shut Up and Dance. by
Oh,
Moon.
fuck! Yeah, that song sucks.
So,
Oh, man.
there you go.
Yeah, I would have
There you
probably
go.
fought the DJ. If they tried to play Walk the Moon at my wedding, yeah.
But they couldn't play Apple for the longest. Like, he didn't have Apple. And eventually,
So it wasn't even a brat wedding?
what should have been, but it wasn't.
Man. Any
DJ
Chapel Roan?
fucked up. Yes,
Got
they
to
did that
Go?
back. Yes, they did. Phenomenon.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's good.
That's the best song from that album.
I don't know if anyone's seen on Discord where my family's gotten into karaoke. We just discovered it in 2024, and we've been bringing Chapel Roan to the small town of Ironton, Ohio, and they weren't fucking ready for it.
Oh, man.
We're huge
Sick.
hits.
I bet they weren't.
Sick.
But Dan, I am going to need video of you
I
singing
love-
Good Luck Babe.
Yeah, I hope you're hitting those notes. You better not be going down any registers. You are hitting those notes in falsetto. Beautiful Dan Rice falsetto.
That's what I'm known for.
Yeah, we've been a pretty heavy Chapel Roan household for practically the whole summer. It hasn't been a brat summer here, but it's been a pop girly summer for sure.
Look, I work in the coffee industry. I'm the token cisgender man in my cafe. I have listened to a lot of Charlie. I have listened to a lot of Chapel Roan.
Okay, what about Sabrina Carpenter? I can't.
I would say, is he
imagine
playing Espresso and then Coffee by Chapel Roan back to back?
Yeah, Espresso has to play like 15 times. A day.
No, so Espresso. So we can listen to whatever as long as it's not explicit on Spotify.
Is Espresso explicit?
I believe it is,
Yeah, I think
and
it
also
is.
that song sucks.
Wow.
Man, hey, maybe you just need somebody to Mountain Dew it for you.
I do not.
That's a lyric. for
That's
the song.
that's a reference for the song.
Okay, folks.
Okay. Sam, you wanna?
So I watched Averno versus La Mascara
I have
from
way more to say about this, but I'll go on.
2011 for their Mass vs. Mass match.
Cool.
It was good. Averno, like, I want to watch more of his like decade in completion because every time I watch him, he's like, oh yeah, he's great. He's
Love Averno.
one of the best.
He was in the
at
first
this
Lucha
thing.
match. Watch.
And what was that?
It was a match with. It had to be a match with Mystico, I believe. It
The
would've been
Fantastica Mania match.
maybe early, yeah,
was
like
2011.
2012. Yeah,
I like that match
sounds
a
about
lot.
right. Yep, that was the first like lucha match I ever watched because that was the year I got into Japanese wrestling, and then Fantastica Mania happened.
I think that was the
That's
first
exactly
year
what
of
it was.
Fantastica Mania.
Yeah, very very well could have been. I think that also had like the Golden Lovers Apollo 55 match.
Yep.
that I
Yeah,
also
for sure.
really
That
liked.
that would have been the first year then.
Yep. Sam, you should watch that match. I gave it 4
Not-
stars in
Say
2011.
not the Golden Lovers one, the Mystico.
Yeah, not the Golden Lovers. I don't think you'll like it.
Anyway, it's a good match. It's just also just feels like a big bombastic, and Lamaskar is just not a totally good pro wrestler. Just doesn't have a lot of juice. Got the body. He's a body guy. Doesn't got the juice. And then I watched Averno versus Teton in a lightning match. That was fine. Again, like that one I was pretty bummed out by, as far as just like didn't feel like either really clicked or were able to work the lightning
Man, has
match.
Teton really been around that long?
What the hell are you talking about? Teton's been around forever.
God, I just always think of Teton as like a young guy.
No, he's been going for like 15 years.
God damn. I guess
He's in his 30s.
Yeah, I'm trying to see. Yeah, 33. He's been wrestling since 08. Good lord. That is awesome.
Anyway, then I also watched a trios match with Verno from AAA with Chessman and I think Cybernetico. Anyway, they wrestled Mystico, Aerostar, and Arginus. Kind of a nothing burger of a match, sadly. Like, I don't quite get it. Like, what happens Mystico to Mystico in that career? Like, he loses.
WWE took a smile. That's what
I'll say
happened.
now that's
Yes.
Mr. Z's, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, he really was dog shit. Like changing his name really fucked him up.
Yeah, like, I know he obviously loses the aura of Mystico, but like also just generally he feels like less pep in a step. 2024 though, 2023, this man's lightning. God bless him. Not gonna make the VP 2010s though. Let me tell you, good gravy.
When I first,
Yeah, he definitely doesn't make the VP 2010s, but
when I first started
Oh, he-
getting into lucha, I like was just full of shit. You know what I mean? I remember telling one of my buddies that Chessman was like Sting but Mexican.
That's
That's
not
based
correct.
clearly on just me seeing
That's-
a picture.
Yeah, that's because he has.
That's because he has Sting makeup on. But I remember telling my
Yeah,
friend all
yeah,
about him,
face
and I
paint.
was just pulling shit out of my ass. Like, you got to check out Chessman. You don't.
I mean, no, you do. I love.
Ugh.
Shut the fuck up.
Dan, I think that's a
Uh,
great take to have, and you should tell everybody that.
I'm writing a piece on it right now. It's going. Up
I
right
tell
after your
I
D1
tell
one.
all of my friends that you need to check out Chessman.
I love to think Chris is just at the coffee
counter.
place, telling like after somebody says, "I'll take my coffee HOTTOGO," and Chris says, "Actually, let me tell you about Chessman."
Yeah,
And
that's
then
how it works.
They call the cops.
I don't know. You hand out like a Chessman comp that you put on DVD.
Dude, Chris having a Chessman zine he only sells at work at his shoot job.
I'd be so mad
would
you
be
keeping that stuff off the site.
Fucking cool.
Yeah, I keep all the good stuff in just the greater Milwaukee area.
I fucking love it. That's a great idea. We should all have hyper local, hyper regional zines dedicated to obscure luchadors. I think that's a great idea.
I watched one last match.
Oh shit!
Oh,
he's watching
shit,
all kinds of
4?
wrestling.
God damn. Did you
Which
do
is-
anything else this weekend?
Another lightning match. Right. Guerrero Maya Jr. versus Bobby Zavala from 2013. Guerrero Maya Jr. maybe makes the list. Maybe makes the list.
Maybe makes the
I
list,
like,
baby.
I like Sam's like, I
Yeah,
do
he
not
rocked.
have time for 2 out of 3 falls. I am
Yeah,
busy.
I'm like, fuck.
I'm not convinced Sam didn't watch that 4th match since we've been recording.
Honestly, I probably could have fit fifth one during talks of Triple H.
Good.
And just moved on.
You know, I'm not going to lie. I thought I've got like 5 more matches I need to watch before I finish the roundup. I thought about starting them. I thought about just having a window open. But one of them has Damus in it, and I know I wouldn't be able to. I know I would have given the game away. I would have started yelling.
Yeah, the
Hooting and hollering?
would've given
Is
away.
it the August for August or?
No, it's still June.
Oh, still June. Okay, never mind then. I'll say that 6-man tag is not great. That one that just
Isn't it
happened.
crazy that Dan and I both said hooting and hollering at the same time?
No, the specific Damus match is Damus, Hellboy, and Joe Lidair versus Lunatic Extreme, Puma de Oro, and Toto, aka Ovet Jr.
God, that sounds fucking awesome.
I don't remember anything from it, but I'm sure I watched it because I just watched that other 6-man tag he just had like 5 days ago, and it was not good. There wasn't like hardly any Damus in it. You get a lot of El Hijo de Canis Lupus though, if that's your cup of tea.
I do enjoy the Canis Lupus.
Hey, has one of the best matches of the 2010s.
Yeah, I love that match.
That's a different
Oh yeah,
Canis Lupus.
that's just.
Oh, is
yeah,
it for
yeah,
real?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is
Sorry.
that Canis Lupus is now Alpha Wolf,
Of
and he
Noah?
works in Noah.
Huh.
The more you
Alrighty
know.
then. Hey, you know what? Everybody's got to have a job, I guess.
What? What does that mean?
Everybody's got to have a job.
Dan, what you watch this week?
Listen, everyone's gotta have a job, Sam.
Yeah,
I know what to tell you. Okay, what did I
Tell me
watch?
about SummerSlam.
First, I need to do. It's not SummerSlam. I did watch one match of SummerSlam. It was what's his name? Damien versus Gunther. It was fine, just like you said. No one should watch it. And the fact that that was fine, I was like, I'm not watching anything else.
Yeah, the Gunther match is just fine.
And that's people are talking how great it is, and I was like, okay, well, it's not.
Telling you, Nia Jax, best wrestler in that company.
But are you guys aware that there was a super show in Cleveland over the weekend? Featuring
yes.
10 promotions. I'm going to read you some of these promotions, not all of them, because I can't make out all of them. But it's Wrestling Revolver, Alpha One Wrestling, Glory Pro, Uprising, Old Wrestling, Neo, Mega, Clash, RCW. And for some reason, NWA, even though the NWA title's on the show, doesn't get on the poster.
Oh,
Yeah,
Super
and
show.
I saw that it was a super card, and I was with all these promotions, and like every match is actually 4-0.
Yeah, well, I would say I'm doing a check-in because you guys wanted to know about the blue versus yellow, especially Tim, because he brought up that Eddie Only's not really in the storyline. They're just being nice. No, he made his return to wrestling as a surprise replacement for Eric Ryan, the team with Bobby Beverly to beat Ricky Shane Page and Vincent Nothing.
Where's John Thorne?
You don't even know. You don't even know what you're talking about.
He's bringing back China Gargano.
You don't know what you're talking about. That's two totally. John Thorne hates Ricky Shane Page. He's not allowed on AIW. He's on the list.
Damn, I remember when Ricky Shane Page was in that one J-Lit I watched.
He
years ago.
this is like getting in the Cleveland
Yeah,
War.
years ago.
He won the AIW title, and then he's like, I think I need to lose the belt, John. I want to retire. I don't want to wrestle so much. And then he took the belt off of him. But then CZW is like, we'll book you, and he's like, I'm not retiring. I'm going to a better company, CZW. And Thorne was furious.
Is CCW a better company than AIW?
Ricky Shane Page thought
Yes.
so. And look where his career is.
Yes.
Like, just from a money, I don't believe either of those companies pay people real dollars.
Ricky Shane Page judges what is the better company by. Is it possible that I can get the book here?
That is probably true.
That's yeah. You know what, Chris? Good point. Can you imagine Ricky Shane Page and DJ Hyde in a room together thinking about booking 12 months of CZW events leading to a Cage of Death?
Red
Man.
equals green, man.
Hey, so does blue and yellow.
Yeah, you get it. EC3 wrestled Atticus Kogar in the main event.
Stick.
Yeah.
Fucking didn't.
Yeah, he did. No, I didn't
Well,
watch
how
all the
long did
show.
it go?
That would be insane. I did watch the 440 tag because that's a good bit, and it was awful. And I guess in the future now, because Bobby Beverly and Eddie only wins one, you get to see them face Crummels and Sony Defarge, the RCW Tag Team Champions. So that's
No way.
Yeah.
Oh
So
my
like,
God.
go ahead and circle that
B
one.
Sunny Garage.
The
What'd you
guys
say?
from Chikara from like 10 years ago.
I was at unknowingly. I was at one of their first matches ever because I guess I don't know. Like they have like Cleveland connections, obviously. So I was at some random PCW show in Cleveland, and these guys came out and they were Dropkick Dave and I can't remember what the other stupid name was. But then suddenly the crowd that's been sitting on their hands that didn't give a shit, I mean, it's only like 40 people, starts losing their minds. Turns out it's like their first match and their whole family's there. And it was a hoot. Like, people were standing up and screaming. These guys were awful. And they were like shaking the rafters of this little fucking shithole in Cleveland. I'm like, yeah, Dropkick Dave.
That rules.
That's in my
Yeah,
mind
that's all-
forever.
Because that's what, like, they would name Chikara trainees when they were,
They didn't deserve a
like,
name
before
yet.
before they officially debuted, they would be like, chopping Charlie or something.
Yeah, you're not worthy of an ant yet.
Now, one of those guys, Sonny Defarge or Crummels, I don't know which one, I believe for a long time after people hated Quackenbush was still running the school with him, I think. Just want to put that out there. People were still paying
Wow.
Quack to train him in like 2020.
Dan, you friends with Dave the Potato?
in like a social media standpoint? Maybe on Facebook or Twitter or something, but not in real life. No, I think he's a bad person. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, cool.
I think he got canceled. He might. I don't know. Just am I gonna get sued? Maybe he hit a woman. I don't know. He did something.
She allegedly.
I just let you know.
Dan-
He did
allegedly,
something.
Brian, real hard.
Hey,
He did something.
Can Big Top next week be Dan going through every wrestler he's friends with on Facebook?
Oh my god. If we have the time for a mega episode, you're in for a treat. I definitely was friends with Snap at one point because one time Dave Potato, I was really drunk. He gave me a ride home, and he's like, "You got to follow me on Snap," and I was like, "Oh, okay." And then he tried to. I don't know why I'm putting out this.
Bad situation to be in.
He allegedly, because I was just. This is like post. We'll go back to post my mom dying. I drank from fucking sun up to sun down, and couldn't walk. And Dave Potato's like, "Be my friend on Snapchat. I'll give you a ride home." Great. Then later, I'm on Snapchat. I'm like, "Who's this person trying to sell drugs over Snapchat?" Allegedly, Dave the Potato. Okay, moving on from Cleveland Pro Wrestling.
Fuck, that is so awesome. Yeah, that may have to be Big Top next week.
Yeah. Okay. What else did I watch?
Is your friend One Man Crew?
Nah, don't spoil it.
I wish.
Sorry.
I follow that guy on Instagram. I'll tell you that much. Last week I covered that random YouTube channel, so I want to do that again because I spent a lot of my time on YouTube watching stupid shit, and I've been going on the channel Blast from Our Past 7209, which is over the last like 5 years uploading all of ECCW. It appears. And like they must have master footage because they're uploading the same match like multiple times from different camera angles. And I got to watch Sabu versus Dr. Luther, Bryan Danielson versus Chance Beckett, a lot of Ladies' Choice and Black Dragon. And
You're watching Rare Luthers?
you gotta get into it. Sabu versus Steve Corino took place over there in the Pacific Northwest. So people should check this stuff out. Actually, only of that list, only watched the, non-surprisingly, Danielson versus Chance Beckett stuff. But
That's crazy. You listed off a ton of matches and then said I only watched one.
no, I'm saying only watch that if you're gonna watch them.
Oh.
Listen, I watched every match Sabu had in ECCW this week. That's the kind of life I live.
Oh, I can't wait for the complete and accurate Sabu and ECCW.
I can't wait for that Danielson versus whoever he wrestled for the NWA first round.
What are you
That's
doing?
where
What are you talking about?
that's where they had for one of the first round matches for the NWA World Heavyweight Championship.
I thought he did it in like
back in-
Puerto Rico or something weird.
I think these were finished.
Do you think it
That's
doesn't
where it
count
finished.
in Puerto Rico?
No, but that's not what I was talking about. But I vaguely remember all that going down. That was a thing.
Wow.
This is a great roster of talent.
Is that who wins that? Is that Pierce or Cabana?
Yeah, I think it was Albright.
Oh, all right, okay. But that's like getting near the Pierce Cabana bullshit, right?
Yeah.
Okay, those were good times.
The best of times, really.
There's a whole what is it? Seven layers of hell. A whole documentary about how serious
let's
Colt
review
Cabana
that next week on the show. Let's
and,
talk about it.
and Adam Pearce take this shit. Oh, you were right. The semifinal was Pearce versus Danielson. In ECCW, with Danielson wins, but he doesn't go on to the final. I love wrestling. They fucking suck at tournaments. Talking Tourney's coming soon. It was 17 years ago, Tanner. I don't fucking know.
Well, Dan, you're friends with enough fucking people on Facebook. I bet you could find out.
Oh my god! I bet he went back to WWE or something. I don't fucking know. I can't figure out the timeline here.
In 2007?
I don't know what the fucking.
You're just saying shit.
I am just saying shit. All right. Did I watch anything else? That's like a lot of the heavy stuff. I wanted to bring up random shit. I wanted to bring up Sturdy Sal Mistretta. He's a student of Cheeseburger, and I enjoy him. He's on the Captured Lightning YouTube show that Cheeseburger uploads like once a month. He's the highlight of that. He wrestled Alex Bateman. I don't know if he's related to the other Bateman, but he does this cool thing to match where he slaps his ass, but he forgets to throw the strike, so he slaps his ass, puts his foot down, and then goes, oh, and then throws a knee, which is all I remember of that match. And that's all I watched Traumas versus the Park Boys versus Tejano and Supernova, and that's the same match they've been having for 2 years, and it's good.
Wow.
Yeah, I'll
I
go
don't
with
know if you
that.
should be allowed to use a computer.
Can I give you a quick follow-up? The match I was actually referencing was Danielson versus Nelson Creed
Is that in the first
in
round of that?
2007. First round, ECCW. I believe the reason that, and I think Cage Match might just be fucked here, that Pierce makes it to the second round, is there is a YouTube video explanation of it being a dusty finish.
Okay, I believe
and
that.
Pierce actually winning.
Now, if you want that Nelson Creed match, I think that is like there's only like one video on IWTV of ECCW. That's not true, there's a few, but it's like a best of Danielson, and that might be on that best of.
I would have to assume.
Yeah,
I would have to assume. We should just do this tournament, Dan. Let's do this for the next Talking Attorneys.
Let's fucking do it, man.
Actually, the next one of the next two Talking Attorneys after we do.
This show has been going for a
Cup.
quarter of a year, and I think on every fucking episode, y'all keep saying "Stay tuned for Talking Attorneys."
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
I mean, I can't
You never
say
know.
anything. We have part 2 of a draft yet to be recorded for Muscle Orchestra.
I'm ready. I got the
heard there's
fucking Google Doc ready.
But
I heard you made a real progress this week.
hey, notice Chris and I don't talk about it.
There's no way they made real progress because I haven't been looped in.
Wait. I thought you said earlier today, like, ready to schedule that draft. And
No,
you...
the Violent People football draft.
Oh! Sorry. I got really excited for this show.
I was real confused because
Now
I'm
we're
like,
gonna
I
do.
should at least be. I mean, I'm probably free, but double check. I'm a guy watching.
Yeah, I got confused at
Sabu
first,
versus Dr.
too.
Luther, so you know I have free time, but.
And then we started talking about Flea Flicker,
Oh my god, Fleet.
The
the
Home of
website
Fantasy
no
Football.
one's, yeah, the website no one's used since 2015.
Man, guys, when I start to list the bullshit I've watched in 7 days, like it's spread out. It's not all in one thing. When I start to list it back, I'm like, I got to read a book or something.
Yeah, I'm telling you, you need to spend a week offline.
Yeah, I just love YouTube so much. Like,
No,
all this
it's
shit's on here.
fine. It's fine. I didn't like if I listed every match I would have watched. It was just like I watched this like 2.5 star match with like Jesse Ventura, not that Jesse Ventura, but Exotico and Puma de Oro, and it was like perfectly fine, and I kind of fell asleep halfway through.
Has that Jesse Ventura ever wrestled that Tito Santana?
Probably.
That have to, right?
That should be on a poster. Getting some people to
Now,
go
has
shows.
that
I'm
Jesse
sure-
Ventura ever ran for governor of Minnesota?
No.
Has that coward ever
And-
came crawling back to the WWE like they all do?
Probably has never endorsed any current vice president nominees either.
I would love to get his take on it. Dan, if you could reach out on Facebook to
I got you.
Mexico's Jesse Ventura, I would love to hear who he thinks.
Tim Waltz would probably love IWRG.
Everything I've learned about that guy, which is everything I've read about him today, Yeah, he'd probably dig. I did
No, so like it's crazy how it's like the most Midwestern man of all time is on.
Truly is. Did you see where, not to get political, but did you see he said today he was willing to debate JD Vance if he was willing to get off the couch?
Yeah, I did see that, but I was mostly
That's funny.
getting sent like and sending other people his tweets about like Genesis and Warren Zevon albums and being like this guy and sending people like this guy is just your dad.
Yeah, truly. Except alive.
Because I know like I know so many Tim Waltzes.
Yep. Former teacher.
Football
defensive
coach.
coordinator. I mean, yeah. I mean, all about the run.
Loves Bob Seger. Loves a Friday fish fry.
Yep.
Diet Mountain Dew.
A Packers fan. So that's Chris's.
No, he's a Viking fan.
Picture I saw of his classroom. He had a Packers flag. Oh shit! Chris is re-registering to vote.
Yeah. Oh, I guess. Guess I'm voting Jill Stein again.
Oh man. I mean, if y'all want, before we get into the end of the show, we should
talk about politics more.
Yeah, I was gonna. Did anybody watch the Aiden Ross stream?
Oh
I can't even do the bit.
We were talking about my Facebook so much. Can I talk about my Twitter real fast? IVP Videos, who I enjoy and have bought stuff from, was super invested in telling me that Drew McIntyre does not know who Rob Feinstein is. Super invested.
Interesting.
But that photo dropped, and I was just like, yeah, he doesn't know who he is, but he did a shoot interview with them. And he's like, a lot of wrestlers don't know who they're working for. Rob Feinstein didn't even do the interview. It's like, well, no, he did. And he's like, well, he doesn't remember him. I was like, all right.
Yeah, a guy who's worked with like probably everybody of note from that era of Ring of Honor has never heard of Rob Feinstein.
It's like people seem to think that I was just like particularly judging him. Like, no, all wrestlers that work with him are gross. Like, it's just, but all wrestlers are gross. It's fine. We don't need to lose sleep over it. But let's not pretend he's like, who's this strange man I've met before? I don't know him. Here's a picture.
Man, wrestling is good.
They sat in a room for 3 hours together with like one other person.
No, I don't know him.
Never seen the man.
That'd be like next week us getting on the show and me just acting like I didn't know who like Chris was. I actually think that'd be a funny bit.
Give it a try. See what happens.
We'll find out how funny it is next week, I guess.
All right. Who's this new guy? Hey, this is what I would say. Hey, who's that new guy?
It's a good bet. That's a good bet. That's funny. Yeah.
Speaking of good bits, big top this week. Oops, all wacky line. Thanks, Dan. So we could come. So we asked.
We could come up with topics. We're really smart.
Yeah,
come up with a good topic.
We asked our wonderful Discord for topics, and for some reason, our Discord thought topics meant questions, and we got so many fucking questions. We just figured, let's do Oops All Wacky Line. So here we are.
In their defense, and it's a bad one, I did just ask for what should we talk about.
That is true. Sam could have asked it better.
I could have asked it better. That said, some of these questions, what are we doing here?
I think these are all good.
I went ahead and I put them up on the Notion where we have all of our notes and stuff for the
yeah, I'm looking at the Google Doc
and the login.
Everybody's
for all the
looking at
websites.
the Google Doc,
and it's just how people can log in to help run the website. So half of the podcast is looking at that, the other half is looking at the Google Doc that I had to create.
That's a lie, because I see that Dan has the Google Doc open.
Because I created it for you. It's another tab. I have multiple tabs open.
And then Anonymous Wolf has it. I'm just saying, there's a reason Muscle Orchestra was called the smartest wrestling podcast on the internet, and Talking Tourneys was called Dumb Doo-Doo Brain Baby Podcast.
Yeah, it's true. I've heard that same thing.
Yeah, lots of people are saying it. So
Well, some people use Skype to record their podcasts. Some people are fucking idiots. I don't know what to tell you.
yeah, and that's a fucking one circle. Who is using Skype in 2024? Get a fucking job. Skype.
I've got one.
No, I'm talking to
Honestly?
Skype specifically.
Everyone needs a job.
Yeah, hey, that's what they're
Tanner's new
telling me.
catchphrase.
Hey, that's what they're telling me. Everybody needs a job.
Everyone's gotta have a job.
I really wanted to talk shit about how bad the recording was two episodes ago, but I realized I'm the guy that edits it, so it's fine.
Yep.
Discord's fine. Everything's fine. It all sounded great.
Was it the episode, my first episode back, or the episode I
I don't
wasn't on?
fucking remember.
Who cares?
Okay, Dan, don't give me that fucking lip.
Oh my god.
All right, who's ready for some questions? I am.
Somebody's I'm
First
mad about
question.
already.
First question comes from Fool. What kind of dog would you like to play the role of Air Bud in a reimagining of the franchise? So my first immediate thought is we are assuming basketball still, correct?
Yeah, if
would
it's
say
a
so.
reboot, you have to start with basketball before you
Okay.
do
Football or baseball?
any of the other sports. He's played every sport.
So I think it's obvious what dog breed would be Air Bud, and I'm gonna have to go with the French Bulldog. The French are having a lot of glory right now in the realm of basketball. They got that really tall guy. He's French. And
That really tall guy.
Yeah, that's what they call him. Like they're like, I can't pronounce his last name.
Are you talking about Victor Wembanyama?
Yeah, but a lot of people say like I can't pronounce his last name. It's too French, so whatever. And they're having a moment. So French Bulldog is my number one answer, and I think just for giggles, I think you named the dog Victor Puppy Yana.
Hard to argue with that.
Wait, I have a lot of questions. I don't think I follow.
I didn't
Okay, what's the
listen.
fucking question?
Yeah, you see, I had a lot of questions and asked none.
Yeah, I have a lot of questions. I don't understand. Okay.
Correct. Say it all again, slower.
You want that recorded twice?
Don't,
All right.
Hey, don't you have the Notion open?
Did you type in the Notion? No,
Well,
you did
like-
not.
He does have Notion. I see
First
him.
of all, Wembanyama, I don't believe is a name of French origin.
Hard to say otherwise.
What kind of dog? Do you guys remember this? Speaking of politics, what kind of dog was Mitt Romney's dog that he put on top of his car and went to Canada with?
I don't know.
Just trying to be topical.
Yeah,
a lot of people are
topical
talking about
mentioning Mitt Romney.
Mitt Romney.
Yeah, we have. I have. Somebody messaged me on Discord last week and said, "Can y'all talk about the 2012 election cycle next episode?"
Yeah, that's why I'm bringing it up.
Yeah, let's
I'm
be
doing-
topical. Can we talk about Can we
Wait,
talk
wait.
about Herman Cain?
Oh,
God
hell
rest
yeah.
his soul.
Can we talk about Tim Kaine?
Tim Kaine in the membrane.
I'm just next Violent People stream on Twitch. We are going to be talking over the 2012 Republican National Convention.
Herman Cain, I was dead. I wanted to make sure I wasn't.
Yes, he is.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
sometimes
he's
we
been
kill
dead for a
Chico
few
Chip.
years.
He's not
He
dead.
famously died of COVID, and then his Twitter account still spreads COVID misinformation.
Yep, to this day. Or at least it did as I deleted my account. Oh, so what dog? What dog do y'all have playing Air Bud?
I would go. I would go with like a Boston Terrier because Boston rich history of basketball.
Yeah, Celtics just won the championship.
Yeah, exactly. It's topical, so like
Wow.
you could get Jason Tatum in the movie.
Of course. Yeah, I'm thinking that's who voices the dog.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, Dan, thoughts? Dogs?
Probably a Chipu, specifically my Chipu.
Okay, are they good at basketball?
No, but I need the money that they would get from doing this.
Great call. That's a great move.
Yeah.
Solid.
I didn't get a 5-figure payday from TK. All right.
That
I'm out here
is, well, I
struggling.
did. Hey, I didn't say who. It was
I
from.
knew it was TK or Dave's Potato. I'm not sure who,
I didn't say who.
but it was one of the two.
It didn't say
Didn't say
who it's from.
Well, Sam, what dog are you putting one of your dogs into SAG AFTRA?
No, we're gonna go with the Black Staffordshire Bull Terrier. Bully breeds are some of the least adopted, as well as black dogs. So I feel like I want to raise those rates.
Is that
Why not
true?
do
People
that
don't
with the
adopt
next
black
year,
dogs?
bud?
Yeah, I knew that was true with cats. Is that true with dogs?
That's
I
true
think
with
so,
cats.
yeah.
That's crazy. Black
That's
cats are
crazy.
cool.
That's racist.
I'm like constantly like we're like a cat farm. Like cats come here and then we home them. People love the black cats. They're way more popular. The orange ones are hard to get rid of here.
Oh no, like it was a problem like around here where people were killing black cats because they said it was bad luck
Oh Jesus Christ!
because of like Halloween and stuff. So people were like just so many actually like were murdered black cats, not just like oh they got hit by a car.
So
It was like teenagers going around and like doing evil shit.
Oh, here we go.
Drugs.
RFK, killing it and putting it in Central Park. Topical.
Okay, that is topical.
got
Wasn't
you
a
guys.
cat though.
Oh, big cat.
Was
big,
a bear.
Bear cat. Whatever.
I like a black cat.
Bear cats.
I am slightly allergic to cats, but I have found that I'm like more allergic to like tabby cats for whatever reason.
I
Than,
really
like,
thought you were gonna
black
say
cats.
I'm more allergic to not having cats, and I was like, that's crazy.
Like it's never been enough that I have almost always lived with a cat for as long as I have been known that I am allergic to them. As long as I'm taking my Zyrtec, it's fine.
Yeah,
But yeah,
you
like-
need to meet Zelda, my cat.
I hate
Next-
cats.
Next time, yeah, you fucking
Yeah,
would.
you
You
come off like a
miserable
guy that
fucking
I
hates
prick.
cats.
fucking
I-
You would
cats.
hate fucking cats.
I
While your
love-
dogs are shitting and eating each other's shit, guess what? Zelda is a perfect little princess that doesn't even need an owner. She's perfect.
They
My
scratch
cat
though.
is not perfect.
They
My cat
scratch?
hates me
What are
so
you doing
fucking
to
much.
cats?
They scratch. Oh my! I didn't realize you were my 2-year-old nephew.
Hey, we're talking about Zelda, a TikTok superstar, by the way.
Taryn, you had a whole situation during our stream with that cat.
Uncle Tantan, the kitty scratched me. Man up. Be a man.
Again, a good
The
name.
scratching business.
Yeah, my cat scratches me like every day.
I
It's
hope
fine.
your dog
I don't want that.
bites your fucking throat off.
I actually like dogs and cats, but that's the second time
Yeah.
someone's been threatened with death on this episode.
I was about to say, I have both. I have 2 dogs and a cat, but how can you say I don't like cats? Be so fucking for real.
They're
Only
not
people
for
that
me,
say
let
they
me
don't
tell
like
ya.
cats are losers.
All right. I feel like maybe we
I
covered
don't know what's so great about him.
Maybe we covered that.
I don't know
wacky
what's so
line
great about
question.
him.
What do you mean you don't know what's so great about them? Everything.
They're chill.
Are you familiar with
When
Garfield?
they're not trying to kill you.
Do you know who Garfield is, Sam? Do you know who
Heard of
Garfield
him.
is? Heard of him. Wow. Literally the most Italian cat ever, and you've only heard of him? He's not like your god or mascot or something? Okay, now I'm getting into a whole thing about Italians. Next question. Sexiest year of Roderick Strong's career. Asked by Cole. 2015, obviously.
Yeah, I'm not sure about sexiest. And if we're just talking about sexy in the way that's his best, it's 2015. It's
Yeah.
got the
Ooh.
Zack Sabre Jr. matches.
I went.
Mhm.
in a-
Got the Mike Bailey
Mike
match.
Bailey match. Got
The-
that whole
either-
PWG run.
It's like easily the best match of Mike Bailey's career.
Yeah.
Like kind of kickstarts the whole helps kickstart the whole Zack Sabre Jr. one of the best in the world run. Yeah, that
That whole match
PWG
is
run.
so fucking good.
Like probably the last like truly great PWG run anyone had.
Oh yeah, has to be.
You can argue with me, but I'm actually right.
Yeah, no,
Um,
Chris, I agree. That is correct. Well, PWG stopped existing after 2015, so
Yeah, it's that is true. That's accurate because
So-
other indies started existing after 2015. So,
Dan, Sam, got something to weigh in on? You want to say something else wildly incorrect?
Dan, you go first.
Okay, I went a different way with this. I thought we were talking about how sexy he looked.
Yeah.
And I went
Same.
2004 because he's all fucking chubby and baby faced.
I said 2005.
And
so we're in the same. I think we're in the same boat.
I went 2 ways with it, or 2016 because I think that's when he impregnated his wife. So I know he was having the sex then.
oh boy.
Hey, I actually.
Can
I
we
feel more
even say
comfortable-
that?
Can he say that?
Can we say
Comfortable with that.
he did not have sex with Marina to have the baby? What? That's weirder to say.
But I don't think I would attribute sexiness to.
Having the sex, sexy
Rolex.
sexiness.
No. Let me.
Nothing
tell you,
sexier
you do
than having
not-
a baby.
You do not have to be sexy for that. Just let me.
Okay, but no, for real, that's why I picked 04 because I like little chubby cheeked Roderick.
I like 05 because his hair is coming more in.
That's
No,
no.
Dan,
he's
it
got-
Dan, it says right here that Roderick Strong was 17 in 2004. Thoughts?
And you guys never hear from me
true?
again.
I'm just fucking with you.
I knew that math in the 04's Generation Next. I was fine with it. He's older than I am.
Oh, okay. He was 21.
Yeah.
I was doing some weird math. I was like, oh fuck, was he under 18? No.
I did not have sexual relations with Roderick Strong when he was under 18. I promise.
Wow, that's crazy to even just say that.
I'm
as
just
a joke.
I need it out there.
Jesus fucking.
Now
Christ.
Cedric Strong. That's just Florida.
Dan, do you ever regret some of the things you say on this show on a
No,
weekly basis?
not even a little bit.
I
That's-
regret them for him.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's fucking crazy. Dan just says shit on the show. It's actually pretty incredible.
Okay, you are not allowed to say anyone else on this podcast.
I'd rather
is just
say
saying
that I
shit.
had sex with Cedric Strong in 1997 when we were both underage than ever say that 48 different people are in my top 10. That's just the kind of guy I am.
Who said that? I've never said that. If you,
Oh my god, I will Tanner,
hold
Tanner,
the
I just told you how many
fucking
fucking ECCW matches I watched this week. I will re-listen to every podcast you've done since January and make your top 10. I swear to
for it.
God.
go for it, Dan.
If
I
it's under
challenge you.
25 people, I will quit the show. There's no way everyone's in your top 10.
Oh my god. Oh, you know what, Dan? Do it. I want you to make a supercut. You have all 13 episode raw files. Not to even mention that a top 10 is fluid and it's never set. But I haven't named 10 people in my top 10 this year.
You're so
Guarantee
full
it.
of shit. You're so full of
Guarantee
shit.
it. Not 10 people. No, guarantee it. Guarantee it. I would be willing to put money on that
Guarantee
bet.
it. You're guaranteeing 10. You don't think you've done 10.
You want to? Yeah, you want to set an over under and have a legitimate bet.
My
on this?
over under would have been like 16 and a half, and you're saying you didn't make 10.
Let's set it 16 and a half.
I'm not going to really listen to all that bullshit. I already have to listen to it in real time and then edit it. I'm already listening to it twice. I'm not going to go back for a
He's
third
already
time.
in hell.
Coward.
We had a whole
You
episode
know what?
where
I
you
think
named
Dan might be
5.
right. You are being a coward.
You named 5
Yeah.
of them right at the bat.
Still not worse than watching that Kane Triple H match.
Oh my god.
Dan, just
yeah,
know
Dan was still a
everybody on the
coward.
show's against you right now.
If you think
Next
if you
question.
say so.
Which pro wrestler from a video game do you think would have the best matches? And that's from Eamon.
Now, explain this to me like I'm stupid.
Okay, so I assume just a wrestler. Like I can't think of a wrestler from a video.
Who's
game.
not actual wrestler, right? Was I'm like,
Who's
is
not
the
an
answer
actual wrestler?
Brian Danielson? I don't understand the question.
Put Juan from Guacamole in
Oh yeah.
Can you guys
in
hear me half this time?
Yeah, I just don't get what you're
Yes.
saying. It should say
Fuck
what video game character would have the best matches, right? That's a better
You know
question.
what? Let's change it.
Well-
Which video game character do you think would have the best matches? Yeah, I'm gonna go with Brian Danielson.
Yeah, that's what I was.
I mean, it's still Juan from Guacamole
Famous video game
he's-
character.
because he's a luchador.
My actual answer would be Majima from Yakuza series. If we're not answering with an actual wrestler, be Majima.
Who Sweet Tooth? But it's just Samoa Joe.
Okay, interesting. Sam, you wanna weigh in on this?
We'll just say King. That feels like
Kane?
solid good. Right. King.
Oh, okay.
From Tekken?
King.
Kane?
Oh,
the
from
mayor of
Tekken.
Knoxville?
Oh, Incineroar would have been a good answer too. He
Uh,
was pretty much just king.
And no Pokemon would have been a good answer.
No, Incineroar is literally a wrestling Pokemon. You fucker.
I don't care.
Whose arm should Sexy Star have broken? That's from PTO. I'm saying Sam.
Tanner's. Oh.
Tanner's is the right answer.
He probably would just still type as many words for the website though.
I'm split between Tanner and Dan.
We got to go Dan, Chris. We got to show solidarity.
I'm on the fence. But
He can't do it.
Dan, I'm still mad about the Kane match. I know, but I still respect it because deep down in my heart, I know I would do the same. So he's breaking Tanner's arm.
There we go.
She's breaking Tanner's arm.
What happened?
God bless. Next
Whose
question.
arm did she actually break?
I don't remember.
I don't. I honestly don't remember.
I like every single time. Lucha Blog's life on Twitter seems like a hellscape. Like, how do I watch this? How do I watch this? Is that Sexy Star? Is that the Sexy Star? Is that the mean one?
Rosemary? Rosemary.
Oh, I'm definitely stronger than Rosemary, so couldn't have broke my arm. Anyways, next question. What's the most embarrassing thing that's ever happened at a wrestling show? That's from Justice.
One time I got so drunk, Dave the Potato had to drive me home. That's the answer.
I don't think it necessarily had to be to you, but I'm glad you said it.
Yeah.
Because the answer is Bix otherwise.
Oh, he shit his pants, right? He loves when people talk about that.
Allegedly.
No, allegedly. I meant shit his pants, and he's the guest host next week.
Yeah, he's going to reveal who's playing him in the Gawker movie.
No one asked that question this week, which is kind of a bummer.
That's crazy.
God, what's the most embarrassing thing that's ever happened at a wrestling show? I'm trying to think of like an answer that wasn't like meme to death. Just something I'm drawing every blank. I don't know. I did like. Oh no.
The continued existence of every super fan that is identifiable.
Oh yeah, like Brock Lesnar guy.
Yeah, Brock
Lesnar
guy, Green Lantern fan, hat guy,
Stein guy.
All ego, Ethan Page.
Oh,
yep.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
All incredibly embarrassing.
Everyone that does the one fall chant.
I mean, I don't like it, but if that's the most embarrassing thing at a wrestling show you're at,
You're
that's
pretty good.
fine.
That's fair.
That's fine.
I can't think of anything I've done that's embarrassing at a wrestling show because I'm just a great guy. I'm a good hang.
Chris, I've heard that.
When I went to that wrestling show in the park that I wrote about for violentpeople.co, some of the people smelled bad because it's a pro wrestling show, but it's outdoors. Sure. And my nephew did like some fucking trigonometry. He's like talking about the wind direction, and he's like, I'm pretty sure it's that guy over there. My nephew's autistic, so he doesn't know you're not supposed to say these things out loud. He's like locking it down. He's like, when the wind blows this way, I smell it real bad. When it blows the other way, I don't smell it. It's got to be him. And that was like a highlight.
I mean, I do think if you smell bad at a wrestling show, you should be called out. So, I think your nephew's onto something. Is this the same nephew that hates Sam?
It is the same nephew that hates Sam.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's a good kid.
He actually told me to say today. He said, "Tell Sam 1v1 for $1,000." I don't know if he means an R6 or just like a fist fight, but
I'll take him in the fist fight. I won't take him.
No, hold on. How tall is your nephew?
He's like 5'4".
Okay, that's.
Oh, shit, really?
Sam, you were at
He's
a weight.
He's 11 years old. He's 11 years old. He's 5'3" or 5'4", 170 pounds.
Well, it's a fucking giant.
And he takes
Well, he took to the next defensive end of the New York Giants. What's going on
He
here?
takes boxing 4 days a week. So
He's fucking
awesome.
Yeah.
Sam's
I'm
fucked.
Dude,
I now no longer let him punch me.
oh my god. Oh my god. Can Sam please get his ass kicked by an 11-year-old?
To be fair, this description of this individual does make it sound like the majority, every single one of us would get our ass kicked besides Chris.
Nobody. What do you mean? Besides, I'm 6 foot. Nobody at 5'4" could touch me. Are you
I'm
for
also
real?
6 foot.
Yeah, that's why I said that he wouldn't take you out, Chris.
But why would he take me out?
Oh, you're a little bitch.
Hey, I ain't being called little by anybody.
This is a really, really good last episode of the podcast.
Yeah, it is. I'm deleting the website. as soon as I get off.
Sam's height talk reminds me. A fun spot I watched on one of the honorable mentions. Lady Maravilla and Damus did a test of strength spot, and Lady Maravilla raised her arm too high for Damus to reach. Very funny. Highlight of that match.
Oh my god, that's good.
That's comedy.
good.
That's comedy right
That is
there.
good. And people said Damus couldn't be funny.
Who said that?
You did after he kicked your ass. Next question. Name 250 better workers in Triple H who worked for WWE within the last decade.
This is gonna be a long episode.
All right,
All right, Chris, get working.
All right, Gunther, Cody Rhodes, Dean Ambrose, Roman Reigns, Shawn Michaels, Goldberg, Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, Sasha Banks,
John Cena.
Charlotte, Bailey, John Cena, Bray Wyatt, Luke Harper, Eric Rowan, John Morrison, Brian Kendrick, Cedric Alexander,
Pop.
Chad Gable. I think Mark Henry has worked a Royal Rumble, at least in that span. Let's say Dolph Ziggler.
Okay. Kurt Angle, for sure.
Kurt Angle, Pete Dunne, Bianca Belair, Ronda Rousey, Asuka for sure, Kairi Sane, Io Sky,
Last decade, I didn't read that part.
Shelton Benjamin,
When was Vader
Bobby
versus
Lashley,
Heath Slater?
Drew McIntyre, CM Punk, Gunther, Finn Balor,
Gunther.
Goldust, Kofi Kingston, Big E, Xavier Woods. Who's
Braun
keeping
Breaker.
account?
Oh, I wasn't keeping count. Start over.
No,
Okay.
Chris, you were at 249. One more.
All right, and Billy Gunn.
Oh,
There we go. Who would have
That's-
thunk it? Crushed it.
250. Next question. Who's the best wrestler that you'd say Triple H is better than?
No, the worst
That's from-
wrestler probably, right?
That's from Iman again. Best
No,
wrestler.
Okay, I misunderstood. Okay, I get it now. All right.
The best wrestler that you say Triple H is better than.
Feels like an oxymoron.
I mean, Triple H has like some good stuff.
Yeah, he has some great matches.
Yeah, legitimately great matches. No, not many.
The Rock, Sheamus. Sorry.
Stone Cold. Technically did work. Best wrestler that you say Triple H is better than. Maybe like a Baron Corbin. Keeping it WWE, just for the sake of simplicity. Maybe
The first thing that came to my head, and I don't know if it's the correct answer, but it felt real. It was D'Lo Brown.
Oh, that is false.
Yeah, I like a lot of that AJ D'Lo Brown early TNA stuff. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, I get that.
I mean, I don't think D'Lo has the high highs, but goddamn, is that floor not way higher?
It's real. That's real.
D'Lo Brown has not caused me as much pain as Triple H has,
What? How do you
especially
feel
recently.
about like a Mike Bennett?
You know.
I can technically get behind that.
Like I
He's
like
had
some
real
Mike Bennett
dog
matches,
shit.
but like he's in a lot of dog shit, and I don't feel like his highs are anywhere near as high as Triple H's.
That's actually a pretty good answer.
Or like an Adam Cole, baby.
Ooh, because Adam Cole MJF is is worse than any Triple H match I've ever seen.
Oh, that is true. That is true. But again, I just feel like Adam's average floor is probably higher than Triple H's.
But he's done a lot of dog shit.
He like some of his dog shit is. Dan's right, probably right down there with like Triple H's worse, if not worse.
Adam Cole feels like a good answer for this.
Adam Cole is a good answer. Mike Bennett's a good answer. I like
Mike Bennett way more than Triple H.
Way
I think
more.
he's a
All
rung
right.
above.
All right.
Chris, do you have an answer
yeah.
for this?
Do I have an answer for this? I just said Adam Cole.
Oh shit! I thought then Dan, do you have an answer for this?
Well, I said Mike Bennett, but I don't hate Adam Cole. I mean, they're all good. I'm gonna stick.
Did Sam? Oh wait, Sam said D'Lo Brown.
Yeah, I think we all kind of said how we feel, and now you're just making us all say it again.
No, I didn't count Sam's D'Lo Brown.
How do we feel about what's Moose? No, I like Moose more than Triple H. I said it and I regretted it.
Remember that Cedric Alexander match from the ROH Atlanta?
I just know our Discord was
Winter Tour stuff?
shitting on Moose recently, so I was like,
Damn.
Well, I think they shit on him for his personal life.
"Why? What'd he do?
No,
same
I
thing
think-
as Dave the Potato."
Allegedly.
Okay, just checking.
Another question from PTO. Worst curveball a TEW game ever threw you? I have to abstain because I've never played one long enough to find out.
Yeah, that's you guys.
Yeah, it's for the nerds.
I don't have any great
Or
curveballs.
let's throw EWR
I
in
was
the mix too.
Yeah, I say mine more EWR. I don't have any great curveballs. One time I was doing a Ring of Honor at Sim, and I'm like 4 or 5 years in this bitch. Like I'm deep in it, and 3 champions in a row got injured, and I take the title lineage very seriously, and I stopped playing the game. It wrecked me.
That's great.
I just hate seeing vacant on there. I want to be clean transition of the titles.
Yeah, maybe you should book better. You ever think about that?
Damn, that's like the biggest insult you can give to EWR player stuff.
It's less of a curveball TEW gave, more so I have been booking in the Cornellverse, the kind of combat zone wrestling / PWG sort of stand-in promotion. I'm 2 years into this thing, building up to my the big title match I'm trying to do, and didn't check the schedules, and I end up double booking my main event and can't do it because they're not there, and just immediately getting bummed the fuck out that I just wrecked this years of kind of planning to get there and not stick the landing. So no big curveballs like, hey, this person died in the middle of what I was doing, but what are you gonna do? Dan, you ever play EWR?
Nope.
Really? You would enjoy it. I think you would dig it.
I probably would enjoy one of those like wrestling booking sims. I've never dipped my toes in one for whatever reason.
EWR is very light. Very light.
I like
so
I like
a
it
whole
better
bunch.
than TEW because I'm a very light.
What's the newest EWR?
4.2.
Yep.
When was that?
Oh, so long ago.
But
2005.
they're doing mods.
Oh yeah, there's mods for every year, every month.
2005?
Just EWR 4.0 will get you to download, I'm sure.
I'll see about it. All right, next question from Katie Parker. If you had a time machine, where would you go throughout the history of wrestling and how would you change things? Very obvious answer for me. I would stop the first match.
Oh, that's really good.
Yep, and just get rid of
You
it.
would just save everyone.
Yep, I think our brains would be better. I think the world would be a happier place, a healthier place. You do miss out on a few cool things. But I think for the most part, several murders could have been avoided. Even more deaths could have been avoided.
I would have become a movie guy so much earlier.
Honestly,
Would you-
probably same. I didn't become a movie guy till my early 20s.
It was like, I mean, I've always loved movies, but it was like a COVID thing. It was just like, well, there's not a lot of wrestling happening because there aren't a lot of shows, and I'm at home, so I guess I'm just gonna watch all these movies I've been like putting off. And I was just like, shit, I really love movies.
Yeah, who knew that?
See, it didn't specify pro wrestling, so my first thought was the 1936 Summer Olympics. I'm taking out Hitler.
What are you gonna do?
I'm taking out
Damn.
Hitler.
Okay, perfect.
I'm taking him out.
What fucking
Get
world
'em.
does this question not pertain to pro wrestling?
All right, fine. You heard it here first. Tanner does not want me to go back and kill Hitler.
Oof, that's a tough one.
I'm not surprised.
I don't think that's what I said. Also, I don't think Dan could have pulled it off.
I mean, let's see.
Nobody has an answer.
My
I
saving
had
on
very Kill Hitler as baby vibes with Kill Vince McMahon as baby. As baby.
But you have to know what shows he was at as a baby, right?
Well, maybe we do it as a toddler. Give him a few years so he's got some features. Someone's gonna say, "Hey, Vinny," and then you fucking get him.
Sam, what if you stole baby Vince McMahon and raised him as your own, and he eventually became like owner of 2CW?
Lots of great questions. Lots of great questions.
How would you explain you adopting a baby from the 40s?
How would you?
You don't.
Oh,
You
that's
don't.
crazy. Guess you and I are different.
How are you doing it?
Time machine.
You just tell everyone I had a time machine.
Great.
I only had one use.
Oh, well, you did it. That's how you explain it. I did it with a time
Yeah,
machine.
I had one time
Dumbass.
machine. I stole.
I stole
Charles
a little baby
Limbaugh's
boy.
Baby. Yep. That's what that's what I would do with my time machine.
I had a time machine. I went back. I stole a little baby boy who later was a real sex pest. Don't worry about it. And they're like, okay, raise the baby.
Well,
See you later.
actually, I would say in the past he would be that. I would bring 1940 baby into 2024.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So in your mind,
So, I
Sam
would
was
change his
bringing
life.
the baby Vince to 2024, raising him for, I guess, another 16 years, 18 years, and then they were going to reopen a 2CW. Or in this timeline, there was no 2CW, so they open up a 2CW?
No. So, yeah, they reopen it.
Okay.
It's actually
They
not even
reopen it, and he
affiliated with-
still never get those fucking tapes from Bob.
Yeah. Yeah, Sam still couldn't afford the tape library, but he could afford the naming rights.
He got the name. That's all
How do
you
you
need.
think? How much do you think that library cost, Dan?
Oh, dozens.
So rude.
I didn't say how many dozens. But probably like 6.
All right,
A dozen.
Chris, did you answer this question?
You know, it's like there's so many. It's like do you say it? It's all very heavy stuff. It's like you can save Owen.
Oh, shit. I didn't even
You
think
can
of that.
save a lot
Oh.
of people.
Oh, that. Never mind.
I did. I got rid of wrestling. I saved all of them.
Well, I was thinking throw Vince under Owen, but I don't know how you make sure Owen survives that, but
Why would you do that to Sam's adopted child?
I forgot about that shit.
It's so fucked up.
I am. No, I'm going in the past. I'm going more lighthearted. I'm buying WCW.
Whoa, inflation. Yeah, you probably
It
have
did say
enough.
McMahon in the contract. Chris McMahon. Which I assume now that your last name is McMahon. I've never checked.
Yeah.
I am assuming Baby Vince that Sam steals for some reason. Their name is Sam McMahon.
I went
I
back
don't
in
know.
time. I stole a baby. I took the baby's last name. What else do you need to know?
No, Sam didn't take the baby's last name. He just
What are you
replaced
not
Vince with
getting
Sam.
here?
Oh,
God.
wait. You're naming the baby Sam?
Yeah, you name a baby when you have a child.
Yeah, but with
Dan.
your own last name. That's it has my first name, but not my last name.
You technically don't have to give.
No, I know
it
you
your
don't.
last
That's
name.
crazy.
Don't have to get it a last
It's
name.
not
you know?
Sam Jr. either, because it's not the same last name.
What if it was Sam Jr. McMahon? It solves all the problems.
You got me there. All right.
Sam Jr. McMahon the third.
This might be the best episode we've ever done.
Who are the?
What's the best way to get like that Five Nights at Freddy's lore?
Oh, are we talking like what? Hold on.
Are we talking about the bite of '89?
Yeah, are we talking about Freddy Fazbear?
I don't know. Is the bite of? I know there's like 2 bites. Is the bite of '89 one of them?
Yes, it is the bite of '89. Why? Wait, what? Hold on. I had to have zoned out or crossed dimensions or something. Why did you mention? We call it colloquially FNAF War.
I don't know. I watched the movie this year, and I've been thinking about it a lot
You've
recently.
been thinking about that movie a lot,
Oh
Sam?
my God, Sam!
The lore.
Dude,
I was like,
Sam,
how
have
did
you ever
I
heard
get
of the YouTuber Matt Pat?
No, I have.
I
Matt
think
Patricia
I think
has
He works with Sam.
He can answer.
Yeah, Matt. He's a good guy.
He can
They're
answer
going-
all your questions.
They go to
Next time you see
convention
him,
together.
ask him.
All right.
Just
I'll
ask
see
him.
my bids
Be like,
on it
hey,
this year.
hey, what is this FNAF all about?
Well, let's just take me.
Would
to
you
a-
have 7 hours?
the bite of '89 has brought me to this Taylor Swift piece. That's not it.
Well, Taylor Swift is involved with FNAF lore. You just have to
Oh,
yeah.
come on.
Yeah, you have to get real in the weeds with it. Sorry. Like a lot of people think Taylor is in one of the suits. If I knew any of their other names, Taylor Swift is Freddy Fazbear. Anyways, next question: who are the 4 pillars of the current day WWE? That's from Anarchism Nihilism.
Dexter Loomis, Eric Rowan, Joe Gacy, Uncle Howdy. Done.
I literally couldn't have said it better myself.
That's like why I
Yeah,
asked that
that's
question.
that's the 4.
Yep.
That actually feels so rude. Even coming from me, that feels so rude to Nikki Cross. I'm sure she's
I'm-
integral to that stable.
Yeah, like they all are. I'm gonna say my 4 pillars of current day WWE. I'm gonna go. I mean, you got to go Roman, biggest draw that company has had in 15 years. We're gonna go Cody. We're gonna go Nia Jax, and then we're gonna go Axiom. Four pillars.
Great stuff.
That's like Sam
Great stuff.
McMahon, a kid.
Sam Jr. McMahon.
I literally
SJM.
give- No, don't like that.
Sam
Don't like that
McMahon
one
would
bit.
also be a wrestler in 2CW. Obviously, he would go over for the belt immediately.
That's how it's meant to be.
Yeah, beating Colin Delaney in an epic 35-minute match.
No.
Sorry, I mean being Jimmy Olsen actually. So get together.
You couldn't afford Jimmy. You had to get Colin.
I do not care about WWE pillars.
I'm
Sam
going.
McMahon versus Cheech.
I'd like to go back
I'm going-
and fix Cheech and Cloudy's relationship.
Channing Lorenzo,
Okay.
Bronco Nima,
Oh, who's that guy that slammed both of the Authors of Pain? Odyssey Jones?
That's new
I'm
member
going
of, New Day.
Jasmine Nix. I'm going Carly Bright. I just looked at NXT cards for names. I had no idea who they were.
Yeah, because all 4 of those names definitely sounded fake. That must be the NXT Level Up roster.
Some of them are working regular NXT.
I don't believe you. How can they when all the over wrestlers on NXT right now are TNA wrestlers? Y'all heard of this Joe Hendry guy?
That might be the answer. Joe Hendry, Ethan Page, the Rascals.
Where's Jordan Grace?
I don't know. Just talking to me with her beautiful voice. Totally normal voice. We all love it.
Christ.
Stop
It
trying
is
to
weird that Joe Hendry has managed to
Tell her to
break
stop
out of,
doing
like-
all the drugs she's doing to make her voice sound like that, and I'll stop mentioning that.
Oh my god! Allegedly doing drugs. Who would you book 83-year-old Dory Funk Jr. against? That's from
Wait.
Padraig.
Sam McMahon.
Also, final question. I'm gonna go Dory Funk Jr. Maybe he teams with like Osamu Nishimura against maybe Atsushi Onita and whoever Onita's tagging with. But I don't remember. Maybe exploding barbed wire cage. Maybe. No, real answer, Dory Funk Jr. We're gonna go Adam Priest. They'd work well together.
So I want another like really old guy, and I mean, he's only in his 70s, but they've never had a singles match against each other. So I'm going Dory Funk Jr. versus Tatsumi Fujinami.
Oh.
Wow.
Hey.
Love it.
Yeah, that'd be good. I thought you were gonna go Fujiwara.
No, I'm going for the better wrestler.
Shut your fucking mouth. Jesus Christ, Chris.
I'm not saying Fujiwara isn't also one of the all-time greats.
Yeah, Fujinami is not even in the same fucking league as Fujiwara. Let's be so for real.
I've never been more for real in my life.
Fujinami lost it after 94. His knee injury took him out.
Fujinami still has it.
Fujinami doesn't rank above Too Cold Scorpio.
I'm not crazy.
I'm gonna pick Big Stoke. Stokely Hathaway for this match. I think it would be beautiful professional wrestling in every sense of the word.
Okay. Interesting.
We're not gonna
Dan?
get anything like technical here. This is just not. It's just not happening.
What do you mean? Have you ever seen Dory Funk Jr. wrestle?
Have you seen 83-year-old Dory Funk Jr. wrestle?
I will in about 6 weeks. God willing, I will. In about 6 weeks.
Really?
That's a long flight. A lot can happen in 15 hours. I don't know, man. I hope to God. The odds of somebody in that match dying before the match happens is the highest it has ever been in the history of professional wrestling. It's actually unreal. Dory Funk Jr., 83 years fun, is what I like to say.
Sure.
God bless him. Dan, you want to give your answer?
Oh, I don't know. Fucking Nia Jax. Let's kill the old man.
Okay.
Yeah.
Some are
Sounds like
saying she's the best wrestler in the world.
At least top 10.
Yeah, some are saying that. Some that know fucking ball. Sorry, I'm not watching Sabu versus Steve Corino in a defunct Pacific Northwest promotion from 25 years ago. Excuse me. Sorry, I'm trying to keep with the trends.
Crumble Cookie has a banana pudding coming out week of August 19th.
I saw that.
Oh, yeah.
Doesn't sound half bad.
Did you see the Cracker Barrel fall menu that I sent?
I saw what you posted. Yeah,
They're
It's
going to
good.
have a hash brown casserole shepherd's pie.
Not interested. Not interested.
And
Good God.
How are you not interested in that?
Just not interested. Just not
I mean,
interested.
shepherd's
Brain
pie, I'm assuming there's meat in that.
Yeah, there's
so-
meat in it.
So I'm not eating it.
It's a shepherd's pie, but the crust is their hash brown casserole, which is fucking phenomenal. They're also going to have a Granny Smith apple mimosa,
That's where I'm at.
which sounds very good. I don't know if y'all have been to Cracker Barrel since they've started serving alcohol, but their drinks are shockingly good.
Better than Applebee's?
I don't like Applebee's drinks.
No. Oh, let me tell you, I went to Applebee's this past weekend.
People like their drinks? Is that like a thing?
At Applebee's? Are you for real?
You're just drinking sour mix. You're paying $2
No,
for sweets.
No. They have these new rum buckets, Dan. The watermelon daiquiri.
Rum buckets?
Yeah.
They gotta have alcohol in them. It has rum right in the name.
Yeah. Well, this drink in particular had Patron and Bacardi in it, I believe. And let me tell you, it was really fucking good. Shout out Applebee's.
I'm looking at this hash brown casserole shepherd's pie. It looks delicious. Doesn't clarify what kind of meat I'm getting. I'm assuming it's beef, which is not really a shepherd's pie.
You don't have to clarify. Why would you have to clarify?
Shepherd's pie
pie.
has lamb in it. That's why it's called shepherd's pie. Cottage pie
Then
has beef.
You know what? It's probably lamb then.
Yeah,
I don't think
I'm sure
cracker-
it's
I don't
crack. I'm looking at this picture. It looks just like lamb meat.
Yeah. What's the difference between lamb meat with gravy on it and beef meat.
I mean,
with
there's
gravy on it.
subtle differences. I don't
Rum-
tell you, man. You're drinking so many
I
rum
can't
buckets.
get over
you can't
a
fucking
rum
tell.
bucket.
That rum bucket was good.
I'm not sitting here saying I haven't got fucking sloshed at Applebee's. I'm just not looking forward to the drinks there.
We've
they're
all
great.
we've
When's the
all
last time
been
you went to
there.
Applebee's?
Looks like you got a rum breeze. I don't think they call it a rum bucket. Not on there.
Yeah, they do. They call them rum buckets.
Watermelon daiquiri, and their website does not tell you the name of the other drink. Some kind of twisted tea, though.
Yeah, it's like a backyard tea. It's
Oh, here we go. Citrus. I can't say that word. Twisted tea.
Yep, citrus twisted tea.
All right.
You got it right.
Last time I was in an Applebee's, I'm gonna say like 8 years ago, because I'm about to turn 30,
You're missing out.
and we would always go to the Applebee's because the Applebee's near us didn't card. So like,
Dollar margaritas.
yeah, so like any of our underage friends could go to this now closed Applebee's and drink. And
I mean,
yeah, so about eight years ago would have been like the last time any of my like friends in my friend group were still like 20.
That's
didn't have to worry
about
about
the
that.
age range I was there because of the no carding, the half price apps. Like we're poor.
Dude,
Yeah,
I need my
exactly.
Monster.
We went Saturday because they're doing the $16 all you can eat boneless wings, riblets, and double crunch fried shrimp.
Sam's enemy, my nephew, fucking loves that. That's his jam. He probably is gonna go soon.
We had a good time. We had a good ass time. Those drinks were good. They were strong. Our waitress, incompetent, but she was very nice. And let me take a to-go box. Of
Applebee's
endless wings.
has not changed. That all sounds very accurate.
Yeah,
She
that's the Applebee's experience.
My waitress bought me like a plate of wings, and I was like, I'm not going to finish these, but I wanted the fries. So I was eating a couple of the fries, and then she accidentally bought me another one. She was like, I accidentally put in 2 orders. Can I just give you a box? I was like, yeah. So I got to bring home 2 orders of fries and like 10 honey pepper boneless wings.
Were they on the house?
Well, they were part of the six. They were part of the.
Oh, I guess I just
deal.
put it on all you can eat. I forgot it's an all you can eat craziness.
Yeah,
All right,
and
fair enough.
I had a plate of shrimp. That was my second plate, and then she brings me a third plate, so I got to bring those home.
I remember my mom taking us to Never-Ending Pasta, or not Never-Ending Pasta, the Never-Ending Shrimp at Red Lobster, and we always were told you had to eat at least 2, and then your third or final one had to be the Alfredo, so she could make that for us dinner the next night. Those are good times.
Interesting. That's why they're out of business now.
Yeah.
Our Red Lobster just closed.
No, it's actually because of venture capitalism, but
Well, actually, Chris, it's because of woke.
Go woke, go
that's
broke.
true. That's the most true thing.
If it wasn't true, why would it rhyme? Think about it.
I don't agree with Dan often, and I have to. Sure, I'll agree with him here. Well, that's all the questions for this week's Big Top Oops All Wacky Line.
It'd be funny if we now just went right into Wacky Line.
We had a separate Wacky Line from the. That would be good. That would be good. But Dan,
Wait,
we're not.
we do have
that
a
far.
question from PTO that we did not
What is
answer.
it? Well, let it rip, Sam.
Well, yeah, let it rip.
I'm gonna have to post the context in here. Well, I think I can read it. Okay, so as is his fashion, he does send 2 messages of just tweets. First tweet: do you like the submission of body scissors in the AEW in the wrestling? Context: hello, Saraya, because you do not answer the Twitter about if do you like enjoy of submission of body scissors in WWE and AEW, and why the submission of Scorpion Crosslock in the AEW.
Yeah, it's crazy. I didn't copy that over to the Notion.
Or the Google Doc.
Yeah, it's crazy that fell through the cracks.
Not sure how you missed that one, guys. I was looking at the.
I have
was
a
looking
new
at the
answer. I'd
Twitter.
like to see Soraya put the body scissors on Dory Funk Jr. That's just my thing.
Yeah, it would
Don't
be.
say that's my thing.
That's just my thing.
You remember earlier when I said, Dan, do you ever regret anything that comes out of your mouth on this show?
You should say yes more often.
All right. No one else wants to answer?
Um,
or-
Well,
All
I
right,
just think
no.
that's one of our great philosophers of our time. I think everybody's asking that question. What if Soraya body scissor DAWAEW Scorpion crosslock? I think a lot
so-
of people are asking that.
Thanks to PTO again for delivering that. They're a hero of Violent People Radio.
That's so good.
Anything else?
I mean, I have about 3 hours of Olympic material. If you
No.
wanna get,
No, we're good.
Don't talk to me about it.
I almost hit stop recording.
We gotta do
I
plugs.
put my mouse on it.
We gotta do plugs. You fuck. Anyways,
If there wasn't
thanks,
good stuff to
everybody.
plug this week, I would have ended when you said you fuck that loud, just so you know. But okay, everyone go to the site. Everyone listen to Cole's great in-one coverage on the Violent People Lab feed.
Yes, go sub to the Violent People Lab feed for that.
There was a secret podcast on this feed. They deleted that like cowards.
Yeah, again, I'm just gonna say because of woke.
Yeah. Also,
Just to be clear, I had to start a whole new show. Because
oh,
I started the original one as a private one, and it would not let me revert back to a public one. So
Really?
yeah,
Wow.
and Cole's in
It was-
direct competition with our G1 coverage coming from Tim.
It was
I think
Tim's
it
compliments
idea
you
each
on.
other.
for somebody to do in one cover.
I have this dream that you keep talking about this G1 piece that like you're just transcribing every episode of Tim's T1
Yeah,
and you just
yeah,
post it
you
all as
are-
one block.
Yeah, because I definitely have the time to listen to that many podcasts.
It's called AI.
They're very short, very easily digestible. Don't listen to Tanner who doesn't listen to
Transistor
stuff or read
gives
the
us-
stuff on the site.
20 hours of audio transcription.
Well, Apple
every-
Podcasts just automatically transcribes podcasts now.
And there
Okay,
you
so let's
go.
get into it. You didn't read the 2015 piece. You don't listen to the podcast on the site. You a fan of this? ViolentPeople.co? You ever check it out?
Listen, I don't want to inflate the numbers artificially.
All right.
Also, I don't know if we've ever mentioned this on Violent People Radio, but we also, under the Violent People feeds, also is Scramble Bunkhouse Deathcast, which is Ethan from the site podcast. There's like 16 episodes of that, because it's very hard for RSS feeds to exist in 2024. But y'all should go listen to that too. I don't know if we've ever mentioned it.
To be fair, I think it's only been like 2 or 3 episodes of this show that it's been up there, right?
Yeah, it hasn't.
Okay,
It's
okay.
only we've only had it up for.
I know there was a
think
lot of.
since I've
I
been
feel like
back
there was a
from
lot of
Disney
like
World.
stop and start with that.
Yeah,
They just released episode 17, which you will not find on the podcast feed quite yet. So we'll see. We'll see.
Why won't you?
why is it on the podcast feed?
It says August 6th, 2024.
We'll see.
Interesting. Sam's.
Oh shit! That is the right episode. So why is there? That's confusing. Did they skip? Oh, 4. 4 doesn't exist. All right. Perfect. No, that's good to go. Look at that.
I'll say we did that for AYCH. We misnumbered an episode one week and we just skipped it. I don't think there's an episode like 329 or something.
That's fine.
Yeah,
That
I
fucking
think it's
sucks.
fine.
I hate that's such bush league shit.
No, it's funny.
I'm also now that I'm on Transistor. You're talking a lot of shit for a podcast that has 5 episodes in the 8 months of 2024 coming at Talking Turnies.
Huh?
There's only been 5 Muscle Orchestra episodes this whole year.
Yeah, that's like more than we did last year. What are you talking about?
All right.
I mean, talking
Let me
Turnies
tell
happened
ya.
this year.
There's been one.
No way to. So it sounds like Chris and I have a 500% better output than y'all.
I'm about to crank out fucking 5 episodes of Talking Turnies so goddamn fast, Tanner.
Hey, You know what, Dan? I welcome it.
Great. You won't listen to it or read what I put in the site,
Nope.
so it's all the same.
Nope, won't listen to it, won't engage with it in the slightest. I'm thinking about getting rid of my smartphone and going with a flip phone.
Jesus Christ, you're
for my
absolutely
iPad.
not thinking about that. I know that.
I really am.
You're not.
I really am. I have an iPad I can use at home.
All right. So also go read the latest Wet Hot American Dragon Summer piece from Jesse. Jesse is not part of our Discord, but they are on Twitter. They had a great piece. I think it's unique in comparison to what I think anyone else has done thus far. And I would say, broadly speaking, that has been the case for a lot of these pieces. That it is a lot of original kind of work, a lot of unique spins on the various years, and just writers that I'm not sure we would have had write for this site thus far without it. So
We're
yeah,
also in the
go
closing
check that out.
stretch of Wet Hot American Dragon Summer. As
Only
well.
so many years left.
Yeah, only so many years left. But seriously, thank you everybody that has engaged with any of the pieces. At least from my perspective, I think the support for it has been greater than I expected. So I greatly appreciate that.
I hope it leads to these people writing more for the site and maybe more people wanting to write for the site. Because I felt like maybe we told people that we're open to pieces from anyone that's, interesting and well written, but sometimes you got to give people a direction because they really came out of the woodwork for this and it's been awesome.
Yeah.
No, it was I when talking about this idea, it was like, 26 different writers for 26 pieces or however many it ended up being. I was like, there's no way that fills up, and it filled up within like 2 days.
Yeah, we talked about having
So-
us take double dipping and covering the years we couldn't get people to write about, and that was not an issue really.
Yeah, I mean, somebody did double dip,
Yeah.
but that's because
I ran someone off.
Dan ran somebody off. That was and also extremely last minute when they ended up blocking Dan. So
Pickle, if you're listening to this, I think you're a real piece of crap.
yeah,
I don't know what's going on in your life actually, so I probably don't want to be too strong here.
Yeah, I do think Dan probably deserved the blocking.
Yeah, fair.
I would agree with that.
Yeah.
What else we got going on, folks?
Shit. Violent People Fantasy League episode coming soon.
That's coming to our Patreon feed.
Yeah. Yeah, that's where it's going for sure.